Let's
We're back.
We're back. So we are gonna talk about sun and the moon in the different houses. I hope people have their chart with them. That would be nice.
Oh yeah, and then that way they can ask questions. If not,
Yeah, they
we could
cannot.
just tell people to bring their charts next time
Yeah,
because you can look it up right on the internet, really, and
yeah,
get
it's
the
so
basic
easy.
chart.
So
Hmm.
they can have the basic chart and they can, yeah, and then they can see easily where their sun, their moon, their Mars is. So that's okay. So there's one. Jasmine is there. Hello, Jasmine.
I
So okay, we
love
wait
Jasmine.
maybe.
She's
Yeah,
beautiful.
yes, she is very beautiful with beautiful
Beautiful
children.
babies. Yeah.
Yes, really nice and free and loving,
Yeah.
living in nice
Free. I
nature
know.
also.
I'm always like,
Hmm.
God, I wish I could live like that. They seem
Yeah,
so
you will,
free.
you will.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Charlie is there. Okay.
Oh, you can
So,
see people? I
yeah,
can see one. I can see
I
two.
can see two now.
Okay.
Charlie is there. Okay. Maybe still wait a bit more. We're going to talk about the sun and the moon in your chart. So if you have your chart with you, it will be more easy. But anyhow, later on, you can maybe remember a bit from what we say and then you can check it out in your chart. It's very easy to just go to um, Astro service on astro.com. Yeah, like that. Okay. Wow. One, two, three. Riley is there.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe we can. Yeah. Start. Let's. Yeah. Okay. Let's start. Um. Yeah. We just can. They can later on. People can ask questions from the beginning if they go back. Um.
I need
Okay.
all my
Mark
notes.
is. Yes. And okay. So last time we can repeat a little bit. So we talked about the different houses and the meaning of what it of these houses and what part of your life it represents. So it's nice to remember a little bit if you can, and then we're going to do weekly some planets in all the different houses. Hi, Lori.
Yeah.
And when today we do sun and moon, and sun and moon are the main important houses.
Yeah.
So and then also later we're going to talk a bit more about what's happening outside and planets above in the sky. So hi, Jimmy. Okay, so first we're going to take the sun in house number one. So the sun is represents actually your self-confidence, your awareness, your self-consciousness, also a bit your ego and your identification and how you present yourself in the first house. It means how do you present yourself um, towards the outside, towards the yeah when you see people first. So if you have the sun in house number one, then you are quite confident. So you go somewhere and people notice you immediately. You know, sun, you're at the center of the
The
attention.
center of attention.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's not that you're asking for it, but it just happens. And you're most of the time joyful, laughing. People like to be around you, and you're spontaneous, easygoing, and you give confidence to people. That's with Sun in number one. Positive, negative, it's more like you demand attention, you want to be seen, you are a bit arrogant, you brag. So you can be annoying pain in the ass, I would say, if
Yeah.
it's negative. So,
Like
but
almost
and
like self-centered.
yeah, self-centered, and you are
Yeah.
quite silly and drama, like drama. They bring drama, and they don't know how to anticipate on situations which they meet. So they, like for example, son is who is in conflict in house one is like, okay, people are talking nicely about something, and then he comes in or she comes in, and hey, you guys, do you know this? And you have to come and look at this. And then people are totally like, what's he talking about? That's kind of a negative, imbalanced way of conversation with someone. But
My friend said
yeah,
something about uh so you're the sun. So like Leo and stuff, you're the
Yeah.
sun, and the planets revolve around you. So if they don't want to have anything to do with you, then go tell them to go find another sun to love.
Yeah, something like, yeah.
Yeah, and that what you were saying about the negative, like ego and stuff, like yeah, that's
Yeah.
ego.
Yeah,
Go
yeah, that's
find
something
another
like that.
sun to rotate around.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't easy self-reflect if it's negative. If it's positive, they're very they were like warm and generous and laughing and joyful, and they see immediately people who need more attention. That's the positive way of the sun. So they give their warm heart to other people, and people feel safe in their neighborhood. And then we have the moon. Moon is more yeah, like feeling emotions, and people with moon in house number one, they feel very easy their environment, their
I love
uh,
Courtney.
yeah,
She's
yeah.
distracting, but she's awesome.
And with the moon, you're like you have a very good, great ability to adjust to different environments. You first look and you see the people, and you know, okay, these people are in that mood, so you adjust your mood to that to the people around you, and you know how to yeah, how to handle them. It's with moon in one. You have empathy, and people feel at ease with you. You immediately feel like, okay, I can talk to her with my problem. That's with moon in one. So people with who have cancer or moon in one, easily people come to those people and talk about their problems just spontaneously. They people feel at ease. So, and
Yeah,
they're also a bit, yeah, like,
and like intuitive and very sensitive.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and yeah, that's with the moon in one. And also, if it's they negative, then they're over influenceable, so they easily change, and they insecure and oversensitive, and more like easy crying, easy out of balance. That's when the
clingy.
moon is
They might like
upsetting.
hold on
Yeah,
to people that they shouldn't hold
yeah,
on to. Yeah.
yeah, and dependent and needy. Yeah, that's with the moon when it's in conflict. And great expectations that others are around them, so they always want attention. January 25 is because, that is Aquarius. Read your Aquarius.
Yeah, I was trying
But
to
I
get
don't. You
Elaine
have sun.
too.
You, yes, yeah. You have sun beginning of Aquarius. 25 is at the beginning of Aquarius. So yeah. Uh, oh yeah, the OnlyFans account. Okay. Uh, okay.
I don't
So
want any fans.
mm, okay, and that's about this people. Yeah, they're a bit insecure, unstable, unsettled, and kind of a weak personality. If the moon is totally out of balance, you're too weak to stand for yourself. So that's when it's in imbalance. So that's house number one.
Yeah,
And then we go,
my
you
notes.
are the sun, I am the moon, you are the words, I am the tune. Okay, yeah, Neil Diamond. Yeah, artists, many times artists have a very sensitive moon. I mean, the moon is great influence, and they're inspired. So with moon in one, you talk with not with yeah, emotional, could be emotional, but also with caring voice. You take care, and yeah, people feel at ease with you. So it's not very nice. They take care, and they yeah, like motherly or fatherly. That's the quality. Okay,
Yeah,
now
that's
we are. Yeah,
just you said that. I did read something about music has a big influence on people who have
yeah,
the moon in house one.
yeah. Neptune is even better, but with moon, water, like water. The signs for creativities are all feminine, and they have a little bit more like sensitive creativity, art, poetry. It's like Moon, Neptune, and Venus. But Neptune is more.
It's freezing again. I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Ah,
Please don't do this to me again.
no, no, I hear you. Is it no? I
Okay,
hear.
now you froze for a second. I'm like, oh God, don't do this.
No, I hear you.
Okay.
Don't you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
no, I
hear
hear
you.
you.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
we're good.
yeah. Leo Moon is vanity. It could be, yeah. But that was, but I don't know where that's depending, um, where the sun or the moon is in which house. So, what is one Pisces? Pisces, but Pisces is Neptune. But now we're talking about the sun and moon. But Pisces, the ruler of Pisces is Neptune. That is artistic, musical, good in
Mhm.
photography, very compassionate, extremely sensitive, and all this kind of stuff. But
Imaginative.
yeah, imagination.
Yeah.
Um, what determines? Oh, that's your
Um,
the hour of your birth. So if you can look it up, it would be nice, and you can check and you can follow with us together. Oh, that would be nice.
I was
Um,
gonna say too, so Neptune is in Pisces right now, which is its home sign. And when a
yes,
planet's in its home
yeah,
sign, it's good because it brings like more energy of the
yeah,
positive of those signs. And
yes,
so and we're heading to Aquarius, so hopefully if we can, you know, band together and pull out of
yeah,
the craziness going on, we should really see like an explosion of imagination and creativity, but in a positive way that
in a
would help
positive way. Yeah,
people. Yeah, yeah. Because there's a
yeah,
bunch
and solutions.
in it. There's
Yeah,
enough for everyone. We just
yeah, and
need to
actually,
create it.
yes, and Neptune in Pisces is actually the best position for spiritual evolution. The best.
Hmm.
So, and now is the time. It's really now is the time. So, to get evolved in your high is good. Like in Jonathan's his readings are so nice. It's like he has a great understanding. So he has, but he has Cancer. So he has, but Neptune in Pisces is the best position for spiritual evolution and big imagination. Actually, the best. Yeah, positive, very creative.
Yeah.
So, okay. Now we go into house two. If you
Too.
remember, yeah, that's house two is actually the self-esteem, possessions, income, money, security, a little bit, yeah, feeling of security. Um, for example, with the sun in house two, you are most of the time quite good with making money. You have
Yeah.
most of the time, yeah, good
I
money.
was gonna say money and occupations,
Yeah,
I guess what you do for work, that kind of thing.
yes. And what you do for your work, you have kind of leading skills. So you don't work for someone else, but you work for your own. It's what with sun in two. And you're quite certain about yourself. So if you want something, you know how to achieve it. So you are no worries about okay. And most of them strong willpower to reach very high in job or career if you have a career, or just in surviving if you want to do something. It's not always money. It's like the traveler yesterday, that Dave in now who was it? With Joe Rogan on Gerard's talk. That one,
Oh,
he could have,
yeah.
yeah. He wanted to travel around the world, so he did, and it could be as well Sun in two because I want to do this. I'm going for it, and I will make it. It could be also Sun in two, but he had not so much money, but it was different kind.
Real
But
quick, Cheryl had a question. Is the rising
okay,
sign different than the sun sign?
yeah, most of the time it is. It could be the same, and most of the time it's different. Yeah, um, could be the same. It could be if you're I don't know what your sign is. If you are Virgo, and you could be rising Virgo, so you have this very strong Virgo uh, qualities in your personality. So it could be the same. So
Usually they're different though.
yeah, usually they're
Yeah.
different. So it's different. Yeah, you have to check your hour. Um, The dawning of the age, no, it will be soon. I mean, soon, within a few
I
years.
think we're on the cusp of it. I think that's why we're like in the
Yeah,
transition of the ages.
yeah,
And that's why it's kind of such a
confu-
tumultuous period
yeah,
right
yes, and
now.
confusing, and people don't know it anymore, and everything is falling apart because what can you do? There are no jobs, there is nothing. corporations, I mean, it's nothing to do. I mean, yeah, the total value is also too, the value system of the society totally has to change. And it's going to change, you know. In general, Uranus is in house two and in Taurus. So all the values have to change if you want it or not. They will change, whether
Yeah.
you like it or not. Yeah,
Yeah. So
and that's
Uranus with the godlike energy in an earth sign of abundance and values.
yeah,
And then you have Neptune and Pisces with the spirituality. So hopefully people kind of change their values on,
yeah,
what's important instead of what's been taught to
yeah.
us. you know?
Anyhow, and Uranus will. That's also house two is also the money house. I mean, the daily money or the monthly money. But Uranus is about to destroy that system. The money system will be totally destroyed. You may be absolutely sure about it. That will be gone.
hmm
That really, yeah, I'm 100% sure. That's typical Uranus in two. So you have to change your values. You have to work with nature because Taurus is nature. So that's Uranus in two. Anyhow, so with Sun, you know what you want. You know how to achieve it, and you have a strong willpower. And yeah, if you're negative, the Sun, it would be like you're overconfident and you're do things beyond your knowledge or something. You think you take positions which you're not suitable for, and that makes it difficult for other people because you make mistakes because you don't recognize your that you're actually not suitable for that position.
Yeah. And I had
Uh,
overindulging.
yes,
Yeah.
over yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's also. And you have very high expectations, but you don't want to work for it. You think other people should bring it on a plate. That's also okay. And what else with Sun in two? Um, yeah, that's it. And also, if it's imbalance, it's also you spend much too much money
hmm
because that's when it's
Yeah.
imbalance.
Overindulgence. Like you want all the nice things, even if you can't
If you,
have all the nice
yeah,
things. Yeah.
yeah, it's like that. Okay. And okay, then the moon in two is you have a great instinct for gathering what you need. If it's money, if something else, you have intuitively, okay, maybe I'm going to do this, and I think it would feel good with doing this or that, and I think it will, yeah, give me some income. And most of the time, if you do it intuitively, and
Intuitively. Yeah.
your gut instinct says, okay, I'm gonna gamble on that. Maybe that makes me some money. And most of the time, you're right, and you feel good, and you do it. Yeah, you're on the right place, in the right moment, and the right place, right moment, and what else? How do you say the three things? Right place, right moment, right action. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that they feel when they apply for a job, they know when and they choose the best way. So if they apply for a job, for example, they will just catch the human resource man in a very good mood and very probably so that you already have a good start. For example, that's with moon in yeah,
Yeah. I
into
also had like jobs with public and
yeah,
but actually doing it because they want the best for the people,
yeah.
not for, selfish reasons. Because
No,
they
yeah,
actually like helping people.
yeah, and their skills is about nourishing. Yes, nourishing could be
Yeah.
cooking, could be caring in the care sector, could be with children, could be parenting. Yeah, they're very good in taking care of others. Yeah. If the moon is conflicted in the chart, then it's like oversensitive and too much dependent on others for yeah.
Or
In
even giving too much of yourself at
yeah,
the
also.
expense of yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, that's also, yeah. And then you feel, yeah, you cannot like you work and people make you do what you don't want to do. Like, so, I mean, with people, with like you have with colleagues, and there are some jobs nobody wants to do, but then you feel obliged. Okay, I shall do it because it has to be done. That's with a weak moon, so people take advantage of it. So you have to, if you recognize that, you have to strengthen yourself and you have to say no and try to center. Actually, if a planet is in conflict, you always need to center so that you are not at the that people can take advantage of you. That's actually the main point most of the time. And then you can overcome those things. So that is with yeah, I think I like that. There's something else. Okay. Okay, and they most of the time they're very they like recognition and people admire them. The moon is more sensitive, so people look up. And a sun is like I'm standing there and
And you can't
doesn't
not
really.
notice me.
Yeah, you cannot notice me. They don't care. They don't see if you don't like it or not because they're so full of themselves. So the
Yeah.
moon is more towards the others, and the moon says, "Oh, they like me. They admire me. Oh, I like that something."
Yeah.
That's the moon. Well, because moon is receiving, and the sun is outwardly. So it
Yeah, given.
stands.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't see. Sometimes the sun. That's the fire can be always busy and like a fire sign they're passionate in what they do at that moment. They don't see their environment all the time. They're just busy and they're okay. But a moon is always aware of the environment, and that makes sometimes it because we don't fire doesn't always see the environment. It makes them quite another way vulnerable because people know okay we know how to
Yeah.
yeah
She's not
like
paying attention.
yes like that because okay she's too much passionate about with the thing she's busy okay that's the thing about yeah moon in two I think yeah that's it
Yeah.
okay. And yeah if moon is also anxiety fear if you have not enough money that's also moon like they can be like hoarding. Moon is like past, so they're very attached to their things. So if they get presents from 15 or 20 years back, they still have memory of that present and they keep it and they keep everything. They don't throw things away easily
Yeah, I
with
actually
moon
wrote
and
down
two.
collector of things.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. They're collectors. They're collectors.
Hmm.
And yeah. So they keep things and they have romance. I mean, like everything has a meaning. Everything they got, so they're very, yeah, caring for the things. So you don't mess up with those people's things because they get really angry then. So yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I think from two it's about moon and two,
Yeah.
moon and sun we had. Then.
I got notes on each
Uh,
side of me.
Oh yeah, me too. I have notes and I just take it. So if people can recognize something, then okay, they can
Yeah,
add
I have like
something.
all these
Anyhow,
crazy notebooks with all this stuff scattered everywhere. So one of
yeah,
my
me too.
one of my little stories is that so I may never write a book, but my kids will find it when I pass away, and then they'll
Okay, now I don't hear you. Ah, you're frozen. Do you hear me? Okay. You can. Yeah, you should refresh your page. Transits. What does the transit signs mean? It means when the planet goes from one sign to another sign, or it passes another planet. So if a sun, uh, okay, Susan is gone. So I hope she comes back. So uh, when the sun and the moon approaching each other, they transit each other. Or Venus or Mercurius, they transit each other. So it means okay, you're back.
I'm back. I figured it out by myself.
You get me now. It's revenge from
Yay!
so
Didn't need
if
to call Gerard, so that was pretty
yeah
cool.
yeah okay and when Like when planets meet each other, that transits. So it could be every planet. So, but in if we use if we take the birth chart and we keep the we look at the fixed positions. So we're not looking at the transition. We do that later, but not now for the moment. So yeah.
Yeah, and plus
Um,
it's also when it moves.
oh, okay. There she goes again. Okay, she comes back. Um, let's go. Yeah. So I hope this was a little bit clear. So planets meeting each other in transition, it means they move. Planets move all the time, but when we take a birth chart, it's a fixed position. And in that chart, the positions don't stay the same, but for your explanation of your main qualities and characteristics, it is important to the fixed planets needs to be more deeply explained. But okay, um, yeah, where? Okay, there you go again.
I'm back again.
Okay, okay. I didn't say anything about house three, so now we can start with house three.
Okay.
Okay, that's good. With house three, yeah, it's about communication, about knowledge, about opinions, about studying, about yes, being being able to take info and digest info. Uh, I'm a
Am I
coach.
still here?
Yes, you're still here.
Okay.
So, uh, so I'm the opposite of a clothes. Courtney says she's the opposite of a clothes hoarder. Yeah, not does not mean when you're cancer of your that you are a hoarder, but in conflict it might you might become. And also, I don't know where your moon is in which house. So maybe your
Oh yeah,
cancer sign.
hard moon's in house two, right?
Yeah,
No.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Moon,
All
yeah,
right.
hoarding is more in house too. But even if you have a strong moon, it can also. I mean, those things the things mean more are important for you or special for you. You yeah, it's different. If you have a very insignificant moon, you don't care so much about the emotions around things. You want things because you need them, but that's it. It's like a women is more uh, most of the time in general women are more give value to things and because they come from their child or from someone else or presents. But the man is like, okay, I have that thing, can I use it or not? It's more functional for a man.
Yeah.
But that's black white. There's some, not always, but most of the time it's more like a woman takes more value in another way than a man does. For a man, it has to be functional, and for a woman, it has to have some meaning.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I
So,
have a little box of different things I
yeah,
keep. Yeah.
yeah,
Like
I
yeah.
like also. I have also, and then I lose them. I'm actually, I know what I really want to keep, I lose. So I'm really sometimes, okay, I hope that those things I lose, and the things I think I don't need them anymore. Yeah, I don't lose them. Okay, with sun in the sun in three, it's like you're most of the time good at learning. You like to go to yeah to learn. Maybe not going to school. It's not the same. Learning as going to school. You're quite independent. You choose your direction in life. You're interested in some things, and you make sure that you learn about those things. You're independent. You're able to make an independent opinion with sun in tree. So you don't care what others think. You say, no, no, I think like this, and but you're flexible. If it's positive, you're flexible. You can change your opinion because you meet other opinions, and then you value again what your thought was, and then you change. So that's a positive way of gathering info like that. But you
Yeah.
like to
And
learn, yes.
the mind, like mentally, they
Yeah.
almost like expanding their mind, I guess, like learning as much as they can.
Yeah, they learn as much as they can, and they're
Yeah.
never bored. They're always in different ways. They're quite. I mean, they're very interesting. Those people they know about everything, something. So you never be. out of a conversation with such people. So okay, so Chris, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn in house 3. So you're an open-minded, curious, and you're already Gemini. So Gemini in
Is very curious.
is very curious. Is always wanting to learn more and to knowledge. So to have more knowledge. So I mean, but in a flexible way, not like to memorize. It's different. It's not. House 3 is not memorizing. Moon memorize, but learning is not memorizing. Yeah, for some things you need to remember, but being able to learn is knowing how to learn to think. Like, but which we don't learn anymore in school. School is memorizing. Um, Women learn, men burn.
Very. I just made that up. The classic,
Okay.
Courtney.
Yeah. Okay. So sun in 3. Yeah. And they're most of the time, yeah, flexible. Yeah. Good teachers also, and could be writers, and very good in making decisions, and most of the time very intelligent. When the moon is, when the sun is in conflict, that's like, okay, they try to over smart. I mean, smart everybody else out.
Yeah.
So thinking
I was gonna
I'm
say,
smart. Yeah,
I'm sorry, like proud and like try to like, well, like you
yeah.
were saying, over smart, like discredit somebody else, like they're right.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
okay. And then the fanatics, in my opinion, is I'm right, your opinion is not right. And they're quite
Yeah.
dominant and yeah, dominant in their way of talking. They talk, they want to talk you under the table. In couldn't be rude in talking, bragging, but being yeah, and they don't admit their mistakes if they were wrong or said no, you were really wrong. They wouldn't they forget and they say, I don't care. They don't take responsibilities for what they said. So it could be, yeah, and that is, yeah, they don't have that. Um, okay, and I can non-stop talking. I don't want to, don't give anybody else uh, time of yes. How do you say? When they talk with someone else, they're always dominant
All
talkers. They
right,
don't give.
your session.
Yeah.
Your session for a
Okay.
second there. All right. We're
Okay.
back.
So they're two, yeah, they're box chatters, non-stop box chatters, and they don't. They're talkers but not listeners. And
Yeah.
sun most of the time is more talking, moon is more listening. So okay, now we go to the moon. Moon is more receiving. Is note to self, not a good day to go live. Oh, could be, yeah, not a good day to go live. I don't know. We
Yeah, I
see.
don't know why. Is
I don't
something
know
going
why
on with the
either.
moon in Cancer or something?
Okay. Big Mouth House, that's fine. Okay. My sister won't stop. Yeah, if you have a Gemini, yeah, strong house. 3 is talking, talking, communication, and but always interesting. I mean, you have a never-ending, open, learning mind. Everything is interesting, so that's nice. And for the moon, it's like they listen more, but they talk with more empathy. They're like the counselors with moon in 3. Like they know how to talk. So if somebody is crying, a mother with moon in 3, they immediately understand why the child is crying and goes to the child and talks nicely to the child. Um, they People come to them for comfort because they know how to talk. They're emotional intelligent. They have a very high emotional
Yeah.
intelligence. Yes.
And I said put down here uh the curious and inquisitive mind and new information, but like you said, more on like a not a like a factual level, but more like on a personal level.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
more on personal level. Yes.
Yeah.
Moon is, yeah, with moon is always personal, emotional with affection, and so they're actually good kindergarten teachers with moon in 3. Very good for kindergarten. And sun. Yeah, sun in 3 is more for high school, or yeah, sun in 9 even more, because that's like talking more abstract, different kind of um, yes, items. I mean, high philosophic more. That could be sun more. Sun is more thinker, and moon is more like practical, and would go, yeah, it's more on the more grounded than, actually moon is more grounded than the sun in
Yeah,
3 in
yeah. And
knowledge.
it's more like I guess like caring and comforting than the
Yes,
sun. The sun is kind
yeah,
of like in your face.
yeah, it's blunt, could be very blunt,
Yeah,
yeah. But they are necessary if I mean, there is always the need to balance, because if it's too
right.
much emotions, then you don't go. Sun will
Yeah,
take action, and the moon will drown in emotions. So we
yeah.
need both of it, yeah. Right. Okay, let's see. I think, okay, and also they can communicate in a very poetic way. So like, yeah, saying in a beautiful way how they feel about each other. That's more like moon in tree, for example. They would, yeah, they would give a compliment and to talk to come to each other. A son will say, "Hey, you guy, I think we get along. Don't you think so too?" Or something like that. So like, right, blunt. Let's
Yeah,
go. Let's have some.
subtle.
Yeah, I could be a son more than. Okay. Yeah, and in negative, it's always over emotional, and you cry when you talk, and you cannot see, you cannot come to reason, like when you lose yourself in your emotions, so you're not very clear in your expressions towards others, and so more like a drama queen or something like that.
Yeah, like reactionary instead of,
You're very, yes,
yeah.
yeah. So extremely. Okay, I have. Yes, and that changed more from if they go to school, this they want to do with moon is changeable. So they say, "Oh, mom, I want to go for languages," and next year, "No, mom, I want to go to do math," and next year, "No, mom, I want to go to the art school." "Oh no,
Yeah,
mom," they always change. So that's for them more difficult to focus.
yeah. I was gonna
So
say, more difficult to like complete. Uh, they
yeah,
they long for higher education, but they might not complete it.
yeah, that's true. But yeah. And that's the thing, if they learn to focus on one thing or finish one thing, they can bring it with a lot of emotion. It's very interesting. So if they become something, they bring it, what they do, they bring it with affection. It's always kind of juicy. Like when the sun, only sun is can be very dry and very, yeah, intellectual. While the moon is like giving examples with stories, with examples out of life. There's always something that happened, and they tell about the past and things like that. It's very nice to, if you have a strong moon, you're a good storyteller. They're a good storytellers. So, and also, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, my
Um,
my moon was at the end of a karmic cycle, and I tell stories all the time.
yeah, yeah, but you have your
I'm
moon
always
in.
making up a story.
Yeah, your moon is from also the beginning of house 9, but you are the ancient story. So you have the higher visions, the old, yeah, the ancient times, the archaeology, and all those things. That's, yeah, you have a very strong moon because your moon is on itself. So your moon is very
Oh,
strong.
okay.
Yeah, no, no,
Okay. Yeah,
yeah,
I know it was at what is it at? It's at a waxing crescent. So
yeah,
it's the end of a karmic cycle. So
yeah.
I didn't think it was that strong, but
Yeah, it is very strong, and that's why,
okay.
yeah, that's why you sense also so much, and you have very high feeling for symbolic language because you're related to house 9, like me. Our moon is related to house 9, so you go to the wisdom, like I go to the Indian wisdom, you go to thought, and also that's because you have that understanding of those language, and like Jonathan also has something like that. I think I have to remember because he's also
Yeah, all those old stories.
yes,
Yeah.
And he's Cancer because he related to house four with him, so I have the deep knowledge, the ancient knowledge, the
Hmm.
rooted in the past, and so that's moon more close to nine. But okay, we come that later. I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay. I think
Okay.
so too.
Okay, now we're home in the house four.
House four.
So house four. House four is about your home, your parent education, the way you like your house, your living circumstances, and yeah, how you're educated. That's and the feeling of security. Where do you get your feeling of inner security? So okay, and with Sun in house four, you have a very strong connection with your homeland, like
Yeah.
that's and
That's
your
what I put down. It's connected to your house, your land, and your prosperity.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, and most of the time, if you have Sun in four, you have a house of your own. I mean, we never have a house on our own. We know that, but those people,
Not in this
they,
world.
yeah, but yeah, but anyhow, they have a house of their own. They don't rent a house. Or they most of the time they have a house of their own. Could be a shack or whatever. It doesn't have to be a mansion, but most of the time their desire is to have a house on their own. And also, if they start the business at home, they have also people with business at home. They have also Sun in four most of the time. So if they work from home, that's also with Sun in four, and it's like okay, very strong family connections most of the time.
Hmm.
So they're quite proud. So they can be from in their eyes from noble family,
Okay.
you know, things like that. I come from yes, from aristocracy or something like they you now they don't say it anymore. Or from rich families, or they brag a little bit with their heritage. So my if their parents have a high position or something, or they meant something in society, that's sometimes with housing, with Sun in house four. But they love history most of the time. They're very nice. They're very yeah, have a great love for history, for what yeah of their own country most of the time also. So actually also true. I mean, in a way, they love the history of the country, but sometimes they can be also a bit patriotic. Like if they are negative, they can be like, "My country is the best, and no other country is good enough as mine." It could be a negative way, some, and it could be kind of a
Yeah.
yeah,
And I put down they take a lot of pride and invest a lot of time um in their home, in their family, in the
yes.
land they live on.
Yeah, yeah, that's their life. It could be, yeah, if you can do that, it's very nice. They have the luxury to stay at home many
Yeah.
times and to do what they want at home. Landlords, they have Sun in house too. And four many times, and four and eight. Okay, and when the Sun is in conflict, then could be have a very a strict father, a severe father who is quite dominating, who is a kind of a military kind of man, and that's
Yeah.
very strict in the rules. And
I was gonna say family
his
problems.
yeah, it's family problems, whatever whatever his will is law. So whatever the father wants, you need to listen. Could be also a mother who is very dominating, but it's the father. Son is more related to the masculine, but a masculine mother could be also like that. But that's yes, a strict father. So many times when I see conflict in chart from people who come, then I see Sun in four, conflict with Pluto and Mars, and they always said my father was a military man, but a very strict one. You only were rules. So, and if the child is like a Cancer or Pisces, the father doesn't go deep enough, does not go to the feeling of the child, so the child feels neglected. It does not always mean that the father was rude to the child, but he didn't
There wasn't
understand.
like a connection.
There
Yeah.
was no connection, yeah. And the child feels connected, and the father thinks my child is spoiled or something. So there is no, and if the mother is able to compensate, it's okay. But when the mother is also not being able to compensate, then it's yeah, and it's difficult for the child. So moon and far is like those people there don't have fixed place to live. They like to nomad. It's kind of nomad. So tribes with
Mhm.
nomad. How do you say in English? Nomad.
Sorry,
Always
there's
going from
thunder
one.
and my dog's panicking.
Okay. They
All
like to
right.
travel from one place to another. They go from one home and most of the
No.
time they move a lot. They move really a lot. I have not moved in far, but related to house far. I think in my lifetime, totally, I moved 20 times already. So that's a lot. So anyhow, but that's with moon related to house far. But they're very positive. They know how to adjust to every place. They don't mind actually. Yes, military men are often digs. Yeah. Um,
Okay.
so yeah, they can live in different kind of houses. They adjust easily. Moon when the moon is good and well in harmony. Yes. They love about learning the past. They love romantic stories. They love fairy tales. They love all the kind of stuff. They love theater. They love all that kind of memories and legends and myths from the past. Yeah.
And
Okay.
I put that they can benefit or achieve success through having a good family life, parents, domestic
Yes.
life. Yeah.
Yeah, they love to stay home actually most of the time. If they're able to do that, yeah, they're very happy. I think my mother was moving far and she never liked to. She liked to stay at her home place, so she didn't like to move. But she was most happy in her house, in her household, and she was a good householder. So she was perfect in her house. Um, Okay, and when it's in imbalance, then those people are more restless and they are emotional, also insecure, and they always need to be comforted, and people need to yes confirm them. You're okay. You're okay. Things like that. They always are needed. They need somebody around them. They don't. They're surely not. Like people who wants to be on their own. I think when moon is in imbalance, they need somebody around them.
Yeah, I put they could like if it's like you said in a bad aspect, they could jump around from partner to partner
Yeah,
because they can't be
also,
alone. Yeah.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, they and then in a way that are a little bit self-destructive. They don't take the power with themselves. They need always someone else to fix it for them, and that makes it very hard for other people, but more even for themselves. So they need to settle with themselves down. But they're also very sensitive, so they are, and yeah, so in the positive way. And the caring, they will care and care and care and care. Okay, then we have house five. Five.
Bye.
That's yeah. And sun in five is the place where it's most happy because that's the house of the lion,
hmm
and it's of creativity, of
It's the natural house,
yes,
it's home house, I
and
guess
it's
you'd say.
yes, it's self-confidence, it's children, it's being able to do what you want to do, to manifest yourself as you wanted yourself to be, doing things you like.
Yeah, I was gonna
So
say
if that,
pleasure and passion, but not
yes,
in
pleasure,
a, I mean, I guess it could be in a bad way if you take it too far, but in a
yeah,
more, I guess,
for
constructive way.
yeah, in a constructive way. So if you're passionate, you're happy and you're joyful, and then you're radiant. So there, yeah, that's right. And then your confidence, all those things goes together. So if the sun is in house 5, it's really pleasant. Negative, it's like you overreact, you over drama, you're like theatrical in your way of presenting yourself. You make a fool of yourself most of the time. They brag and they're actually, yeah. Um, yeah,
uh,
and
yeah,
like
and
in,
I put down it can cause like people to be jealous,
yes.
um and experience a lot of conflict in relationships or love.
Yes, yes, yeah, and also they want to be in love life. A 5 is also a little bit love life, so they want to be in the center and they don't think about the partner. And when they are tired, they go to another partner. They are like, okay, like womenizers could be a strong afflicted house 5. They're womanizer or man chasers, whatever. I mean, could be so as well for men as for women. But positive, they're extremely self-confident and they realize themselves. They become what they were meant to become.
Yeah,
So,
and
okay,
they're almost like honorable, like
yeah,
proud, but not in like a uh I guess a negative way. I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah, not like in a self-centered way, like proud
no,
because they
no, just like,
did it very
yeah,
well. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, she if you're Taurus, if one was said she's Taurus, but if you're Taurus, your sun is in Taurus, but which degree you have, we don't know by heart, and you have to say which day. If you're Taurus, if you're in the end in the beginning of Taurus, that's the beginning. If you're on the end of Taurus, then you're close to Gemini. But if you don't know your degree, you have to look in. You can look it up. So if people don't know their degrees of where the sun is in which house, you have, yeah, you have to know the hour. So but you have for, yeah, try to look for your hour, the place of where you were born, and the date, those three things, and you go to astro.com and you fill everything in, and then you have your chart. You can print it and you can bring it with you next time we come, and then we can do some personal things also
Yeah,
more.
ask questions and
Yeah,
yeah.
because then it's more easy. Then you can say, I have my Mercury is in 7, what does it mean? And things like that. And later on. It's interesting because then we can relate and then you can recognize things. So
Yeah.
it's for us also easy because we talk and for everybody it's also different. It's not the same for everybody. Yeah? So, also, but yeah, if you can do that, you go astro.com, even if you only know your date,
Mhm.
uh, then it's then you know at least the positions from the planets in your chart, except the moon, because the moon we need to know quite sure. Most of the time, I can find it out according to if I know the person, but it's for the moon. It's we really
You
need to
need the
know,
time.
yeah, the time. But moon goes like every 2 hours. It changes. I mean, goes very fast. One day, like the sun, actually goes very
Yeah.
fast. So every day it changes. So if moon, it's, yeah, it, yeah, that we have to know actually. But I can do a little bit. So but for the other planets, they're very slow, much more slower. So it doesn't. The time is not so important. At least not the hour, but only the day. Okay, that's for 5. Okay, they're very creative. Also, they're artists, movie stars. Yeah, they have their own projects. They create not only in art, but like they can be an inventor. They can be according to the sign which is in house 5. Um, May 1 is Taurus. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 4 a.m. But I cannot know. I don't know it by heart. But you can look
Yeah,
astro.com, Jade, and then you
that's
do
a lot of
4 a.m.
I
Hmm?
don't think people realize how much math is actually involved in
Yeah,
astrology.
actually
Yeah,
a lot. Yeah,
a lot.
it's
Yeah.
actually, yeah.
And I'm not good at math. This is hard for me.
Yeah, me neither. The astronomy part is very hard and is actually very important.
Yeah,
But
it is.
luckily it's done for us. Other people did that, so we just have to do the interpretation. But some people are more like work really a lot with the math, also in explanation, because they go, this planet is parallel with this planet in the charts. I don't even go that far, but it has also a meaning. And that is opposite, yeah, opposition we know, and square, and this is like quintil, and this is this kind of figure with that, and that gives that number. Yeah, you can go very far. 5 5 is also Taurus, but
Yeah, and then the
um,
planets um, change their speed, and then it's like so they're moving 1 degree every 59 seconds. So now they're moving 1 degree every 3 minutes. Now they're back to 1 degree every 2 seconds, and that's a lot of math. That is like
yeah,
for the ancient ancestors to do that without computers like we have.
yeah, I
That's
have no idea how they
that
did it.
yeah, that's like amazing. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
how they
and it's
figured
like,
it out.
yes, and astrology is very, very, very old, like 11,000 years or more
Oh
old.
yeah,
I think
more
it's
more than that. Way
yeah.
old. Yeah.
Field. So the yeah, and also like in Egypt, they know exactly the positions of the pyramid, like totally in line with the sun or with the moon, with Orion, Sirius, and the Pleiad. Yeah, all those three: Orion, Sirius, and the Pleiad. Um, yeah, the 5 5s. Yeah, and then the numerology is also something you can relate, but we're not going that far. So yeah, like with people with five, they're very creative. They do things, or if they have, maybe they could have just a normal job, but at home they will do some things like, okay, uh, maybe they make something, they're busy with the project, they always are busy, they're always amusing themselves, or they're playing outside. Like a child with sun in house 5 is very, very pleasant. It's always entertaining himself. You don't need them to be entertained. They know what to do. They're always enjoying themselves. So as children with a strong sun in 5, it's super pleasant, and they're very funny too. Yeah, the humor is, yeah, humor is with Gemini. Yeah, Gemini and 5 is, those two are related. It's, yeah, Leo. Yeah, yeah, fire and air is a lot of humor. So that's nice. I mean, um,
Yeah, I feel like well actually when you go by the houses and the sun in the house and everything, Leo always comes back to passion and playfulness. It's
yes,
it's the sun, so it's kind of like the life force. It's just happy and
yeah,
let's do
yeah,
this
just
and get along and have fun. Yeah.
yeah, it's radiant. Yeah, they're very good in having fun. They can, yeah, yeah, we can go along. I can, yeah, we can have all
Yeah.
the time fun. From they're not easily bored because they're always, there is something to do what they interest. And even if they don't do anything, just doing nothing is not boring for them. I mean,
Mhm.
they can enjoy. I mean, I can enjoy doing nothing, really doing nothing, sitting in the grass and just doing nothing. Um, Okay, and with the moon, um, so I think, yeah, when okay, when it's negative, then it's like the drama queens, and yeah, they're like overreacting and over, like they're coming somewhere and they say, hey, did you see me? Hey, those things like that, like a little bit hilarious
Yeah,
sometimes, because I
that's the
mean
other
if
thing
you're,
about the fifth house. It's a lot of self-centeredness if you're
yeah.
not aware or yeah.
Yeah, and people fool. I mean, they're easily to fool because they have no idea that people laugh with them. That's just the drama sometimes, I think. Okay. Um, yeah, that was. North and south node. I'm not yet there. That's for another time because that's another. It's very important, north and south. Where north is where we're going to, and south is where we come from. What is
Hmm.
in our south node is what we are quite competent in, and what is in our north node is we have to learn. So we have to go always
Yeah,
from south to north.
like the
To
north node is what you're aspiring to.
Yeah, and that's your lessons are always most of the time about the north node in life in combination with your science.
Yeah, and we'll have to do that because like because so I don't know, I don't want to get all into it, but the way we have a 26,000 year precession equinox, but we also kind of move through the universe like this.
Yeah.
And one thing I just found out is that we actually were on the downward, and now we're making our way back up, and now our solar system is in the galactic center, and
Oh
we're
yeah.
rising back up. They were saying like Atlantis was up at that pinnacle point,
Oh
and
yeah.
the fall of Atlantis is when we were coming back down. So we are on. So we were talking about the
We are
golden age.
up.
We are in the galactic center, getting all that positive energy, and we are on our way up in that cycle.
Yeah.
And then the North Node does that too, with that kind of
Oh
squiggly.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll have to get some
No
visuals
arguments.
for people,
Yeah.
but
No
yeah. So,
arguments. What does she mean? No arguments.
oh, I don't know. Probably something
Uh,
in the
yeah.
comments.
Yeah. Maybe. Oh yeah.
Um,
Maybe because yeah, arguments. Yeah. That's more.
but the North Node has
Yeah.
like a story of I don't know if it's Japanese, I'm not sure, but that Rahu, the dragon.
Ah, yeah, Rahu. It's very
Yeah.
important. Rahu is very important in the Indian astrology, the Veda astrology.
Okay.
Very, and I don't. I should know because Rahu is if it's not positive or negative, I don't know. You have to know where it's. There's some, like I think Trump has a kind of very good position of kind of I don't know Rahu. So he is very. It's not so easy to be defeated. Absolutely
Hmm.
not, because he has the protection from a very important star in Indian Vedic. I have
Okay.
to Vedic astrology, so they don't get it easy. Uh, no, I don't think New World Order cares about astrology, but that's their
I think they use
unluck.
it.
I think they use it, but that they should know their time is to go about to. They're going to be defeated anyhow, because
Yeah, I think all powerful people use astrology.
yes,
I really do. I
but
mean, I don't know. I really do.
yeah, I think so too. The kings and the lords, they did it, and they still go for advice, but they use it for their own benefit. But if they have a bigger understanding, they would know their time is about to done. They have the Kali Yuga is the rule of the evil, and now it escalates. So their time is on the end escalation. So they have the summit of power. It will turn. It will totally fall. But I think it will go. Trump has a big fat ass, yeah. But that could be. And they will. I don't think they will succeed. I don't have that idea.
No, and
They might. Yeah,
I think that's why they've amped up all this mask wearing restrictions, travel lockdowns, because they know
they're
their time
desperately.
has come. That yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and yeah, they know that, and actually, my guru said they know their time has come, so they try to ruin as much as possible, to destroy as much as possible, to take, yeah, because they will be thrown out of evolution.
Hmm.
They had enough. They never took the time to reflect and to turn their power in the positive way. So, and enough is enough. I think they will be thrown out of evolution for never to come back anymore. All
Yeah.
of them witches. Witches is related to house 8. Yeah. Okay.
Moon in the fifth
That
house. That's
Yeah,
where
we're the
we
fifth
were.
house. Now we're the moon. The moon in the fifth house is
My hair.
very warm. Also, yeah, moon is warm, caring, motherly, fatherly. They are very good with children. Yeah, they are like people who take very good care for children. They have also Trump's moon is in.
I think she means the butt moon.
Ah,
Maybe I don't know. I could be wrong with that one.
yeah, this is descendant. And the moon is in. Okay, it could be descendant. Trump's moon is in descendant's house. He has to work with. What should you say? um, 7 is he has to work with his public. Yeah, if his moon is if you have a moon in 7, you might deal with a lot of people. So he has the people. He is the ruler, and the people are. That's why his moon is opposite his sun. I think. No, he's Gemini, and his
Yeah, he's a
rising.
Gemini.
Yeah, he's Gemini, and the rising is Leo. I think he's Leo rising.
Jeez.
So like, yeah, that's so easily learned. He's the best, you know. Nobody ever did that in history. I was the best. He's all the time saying, nobody ever had did that. Nobody ever did
Yeah.
that.
Remember
Only I could do this.
ego,
He's really,
self-centeredness. Yeah, remember talking about that?
he's the, yes, he's the absolute ultimate example of self, yeah, of what
Yeah.
is self-confidence. He doesn't care anybody. I'm the best, so it's enough. Yeah, yeah. Maybe he should be like that in his position. If you take too much care of the other people around you, that's not good either. Anyhow,
That's funny.
yeah. Um, with Moon, they love to go to festivals, to parties. They're joyful attitude. They're very general. They're very um, yeah, good in parenting, good in development, good with groups, good with um, and good teachers also in Moon in Five. Like uh, most of them, that the man good in creativity, giving form to something. Moon is form, form, giving shape to something. So
I put down their affections are changeable and
yes,
yeah, but they'll give their heart to what's it? Their heart may be given to those who least deserve it.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yeah. They easily and they're very yeah. They have a they. Wait, what's this? Mhm. Yes, they can be very emotional in love life too. They can be very very needy if it's in conflict and insecure. And but they're very good actors because Moon is imitating, yeah. So they could act very well, better than Sun, because they feel they can imitate very good people, other people. They're very funny actually, because Cancer is better in imitating. They can imitate voices, they can imitate actors, they can imitate other people, they can imitate. They're very good actors actually. Moon with
Yeah, I
Moon
put
in,
popular in public life.
yeah,
So,
popular, yes,
hmm,
popular, yes, and charismatic,
yeah.
because Leo is more authority, but Moon is more charismatic. So Leo will take his authority and his leadership, but this doesn't always uh, popular or is like beloved. But with the Moon, a strong Moon with a good position, they're very charismatic. They can also deceive, very more easily deceive, because they can present them very well, because they know how to play the people. With
Yeah.
Moon, they know how to play. The Sun does not really know. So I mean that the Sun is more always more faithful to himself or to herself, but Moon feels more easily what's going on in the with the people, and they can play the people.
They can
So
switch to, yeah.
they can
Yeah,
they
like I
can
said, the
yeah,
changeable affections. So even if they
yes,
don't like you, they can easily pretend to be
yeah,
your
it
friend and
stinks, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's true. They can do that, and then it's, yeah, to bring a lot of sorrow too. Yes, many great actors are either Cancer or Leo. Okay, Robert Redford was a Leo, and he has a Sun. He has Aries ascendant, and he has Sun in five, and he has Neptune and Venus conjunct. So he's like that big magnetism as uh, as popularity and the charisma that he had it all. But I don't know. So a Cancer. Um, Cancer actor. Maybe Jonathan, can you give an example of an actor who is Cancer? I don't. Um,
Lori, I just real quick, she had a comment about her
yeah,
personality has changed a lot. So just because I don't want to go too into it, but like I'm a Leo, right? And I make this joke all the time about how I extroverted myself out in my 20s and now I'm an introvert, right? Because like
yeah,
I was full ego, look at me. Leo. You know what I mean? Like all about the center of attention and being loud and noticed. And
Yeah,
now I'm more like very reserved and, you know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
even
We
on here, I'm
change
like,
and we
don't
learn.
notice
So
me. Yeah. So,
actually,
so
yeah,
it's
through
not like
life.
this is your personality and this is who you are.
Yeah,
You learn from it. And, you know, like I said before, like a guide, like this is, you know, like I used to always be like, why am I so dreamy in this other world? And now I use it like that's a good thing. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So, yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. So you changed anyhow because you all those points all these planets fixed in your birth chart, they get all the life transitions. So you get your lessons. So you learn. So you learn and you take out, you make a heart. On the end, actually, from your life, if you could go through all the lessons life this planet's brought you, then you have gained a lot. I mean, you learned a lot, you gained a lot of wisdom, and you changed and you transformed. Your life is actually all the time transforming from to another place, another level of humankind. So it's for everybody. It's not like, oh, I'm Pisces, or I am, of my planets are not good. No, it doesn't work like that. I mean, I had a chart from a person that was almost always, all the time, yeah, oh no, everywhere red, and red is challenges and obstacles. But he had nothing, or she had nothing in life. And she said the only thing I could do was educate myself, otherwise I would have ended, I don't know where. And she did. She educated herself. She had no parents to. I mean, her parents were not busy with her. She just did it all by herself, and she had yeah, very difficult chart from birth, but she learned through it. So it was in the beginning very difficult, because if you have your life lessons in the beginning of your life, then on the end it's more easy. If you yeah, my pain, I need my pain makes me who I am. It's true. And if you have it easy in the beginning of your life, you get your lessons anyhow.
Yeah.
Becomes
You'll
more
eventually
difficult.
get your lessons. Yeah.
Yeah, you will
There's
learn
no
them.
avoiding
So
that. No.
yeah, and it's unrelated to the signs which you are. It doesn't matter if you're Pisces, if you're Aries, if you're Sagittarius, it doesn't matter, or Gemini. You all get your lessons anyhow, and you can learn, and you learn to develop the best Leo in you, the best Gemini in you, the best Aries in you. Those qualities, because you learn to yeah, evolve and use it as a positive quality, and you bring harmony. That's actually about an astrology. What we can learn, if you're in a child, if we can see the chart of a child and the parent has difficulty, it's easy to say, okay, your child struggles with that part in his life, and then let him find out. But know that you have to be patient when he is in that mood or with struggling with that, because it's fixed in his chart and he will learn anyhow. But then you can have more compassion with it, so you don't think, why is he acting like this, because it's a difficult point in his chart, but that changes. But it's hopeful for the future.
Mhm.
So it's a living thing. Astrology is always living. It's not fixed. Only the birth chart is fixed, but it's always living and it changes. And every level, I mean, you can go in so many different levels in astrology. Well,
And I
so
was I said this to someone the other day, it just popped into my head, but I think that's kind of like the difference between fate and destiny because eventually hopefully get to it because I really love it. I feel like it confirms astrology, but
yeah,
in the Hermetica it talks about like um you know, people will build and want to discover everything and take apart animals to learn more and da da da. And so and Adam the main god says that he'll build the zodiacal wheel to keep everything in a cycle and moving. So if people get too out of hand, the planets will put us back in check, right? Like so.
yeah,
And I was thinking like that's the difference between fate and destiny, right? Like this is your fate, but
mhm,
if you use it to your advantage to do good, then you achieve your destiny.
yes, Exactly. Wow, that's nicely said. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
that's the difference. Like you can just let fate run your life, or you can be
yeah.
like, I'm aware of this and I'm going to do what I can to fulfill my destiny. You know,
Yes.
the
It's
difference.
it's
Yeah.
it's always positive actually, because through the lessons you might want something what is not uh, meant for you, and if you, and maybe in some chart you need to learn to surrender. If you have like a strong Neptune, you don't have so much grasp on your life, but the things, the grasp what you could have is to be able to surrender totally, and then the world lays at your feet, for example. So that's going from victimhood to actually totally divine bliss.
Right.
So and that's in every every planet has this positive. I mean, is in a sense is energy, and we just have to learn how to um, go on and use it, and
Right.
honest with yourself, how in how far you master that quality. Actually, it's like being learning to be your guru is actually learning to master yourself, master your emotions, master your energy, master your yeah your creativity. Always practice, practice. Life is actually practice, just to do whatever you want to do and become a master in it. It's like we evolve to the divine, actually our evolution is actually always going towards higher and higher on from material level to spiritual level. I think that's how we move in life.
And
And
even like right now with what's going on in the world and collectively,
yeah,
it's almost like we have gotten out of hand, like all the dumping of toxins in water and what we're doing to the planet. And so it's almost like, so the zodiacal wheels sent these planets into this Capricorn to,
yeah,
to be like, okay, this is your fate. But if you guys, can learn from this and actually transform and start taking care of each other and strive for what humanity is, another step up in humanity or spirituality, then you can fulfill your destiny. But if not, we will tear this down. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
true, yeah,
it's like we're at that point, like I said, personally, but
yeah.
also as a whole.
Mhm. Yeah, so now we're in. I can see like the moon and the sun are extremes. Like the sun is ego and the moon is emotion. So we're extremely emotional or extremely egocentric. Like everything is about ego. Except so we are absolutely out of balance. And if the people can again like bring a balance between emotions and our identity, or like our our the way we are, like the thinking part, the
Mhm.
logical part and the emotional part, we can bring it together, and then there is again balance, and that is actually what we should strive for. Like yeah, the desires, very wild desires, and then extreme actions, and always planning, and not being able to surrender to the harmony of life, the rhythm of life, the natural rhythm. Yeah. And emotions is hard to control. Yeah. And something I just read, but that's Indian wisdom. Emotions are unfulfilled desires,
Yeah,
according to,
usually
yeah. So you have to know
or
what is,
unfulfilled
yeah,
expectations that, I
yeah,
guess that'd be the same thing, right? Expectations that you wanted that didn't get met.
yeah. So,
Mm.
and I turn in emotions, and you should be, if you can meditate, I mean, if you try to meditate, you can surrender those emotions to Mother Earth, you relax, and they go, and you can adjust your desires and then adjust your actions. But actually, it's more like being able to see what is in front of you, not what is in our mind.
Yeah.
Like, actually, all treasures are around us, but we don't see them. That's what they say. That's why we need to have an empty mind. Like, if you see um, synchronity, like Jung said, he's working with synchronity. So he is,
Synchronicity.
yeah. yeah, he could leave his ego and his emotions, so he had a very good observing skills. So I mean, he could. So he had this guidance because he saw similarities, and he could connect the what is. He could make connections between different events that happened, and that's actually there's also astrology. That's actually if you know how to work with it, then you have a feeling from right. Yeah, like if you have the feeling, if you can develop the feeling, right time, um, right time, right place, right action. Then
Mhm.
you're actually in the middle. It should be like, and that is being centered actually. It should be centered. Right time, right place, right action. You feel that. When it's
Yeah.
there, you're auto. Actually, confidence comes, what I feel, what I think is when you're doing at the right time, the right things and the right action. Because then there is nothing to be insecure about because you're at the it's just right
Yeah.
what you're doing. I think that it's spontaneity. You just do it then.
Yeah.
Balance.
I
That's
think,
what I think.
yeah, it's hard to explain, but it's like, I guess, being in the moment because you don't
Yeah,
think about like, is this person that, or is that person, or, are they gonna, it's
yeah,
just you in the moment.
yeah, it's
And
true.
that's when your confidence and passion comes out.
Yes, you're not thinking about the results. You're on the road and you're walking your road. I mean your path.
Right.
And actually, yeah, it's more important the path than actually the destination. Or the path is life, and the destination. Okay, when you're there,
Yeah.
then okay, yeah, emotions is good. I mean, without emotion, life is very dry and robotic. It's dull and boring. No, I'm not saying emotions is wrong. We are not saying emotion is wrong. It's more like it's like it gives it's the source of life. But when it's extreme, then we drown in emotions. So that's
Right.
different. So
Yeah.
no emotions. We need
Usually
emotions.
you
Otherwise,
make
it's
kind of big mistakes when you're acting out of extreme emotion
yes.
because you're
Yeah.
not thinking, like we've all said things we didn't mean in the heat of passion or an
Yeah.
argument. And yeah, so it's like that. It's because you acted out of emotion, not actual, I
Yeah.
guess, logic or centeredness or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Jung was a yeah, yeah. Um, Jung was a Leo, and he had a sun in 12, so he has a great understanding of the symbolic of life and of the unconsciousness and the collective unconsciousness. That's Jung. And Taurus in Moon in Taurus is like he had the perseverance to go on and its creativity mixed, yeah, work together. But emotions, yeah, abuse can, as of course, abuse is a extreme gives extreme emotions and they need to be released. So I'm not saying we are not blaming people with a lot of emotions, but um, and some people, if you've been abused, you have a strong emotions that needs to be released and needs to be found a way to go out of the body, like people being in war, children hurt. It takes a lifetime to get that in order to balance that. So
Plus, I think sometimes it's a little confusing because, like, I love my children, which I guess it could be called a feeling, but to me, it's an energy, right? So that love
yeah,
is just always, you know, emotions are meant to flow and like the moon,
yeah,
right? They change the water. It's flowing in and out. It's not meant to stay.
yeah.
So
No,
like when
it's
you say, "Oh, I
otherwise.
love you," that's not really an emotion. That's an energy being
Yeah,
exchanged. It's not like, I don't know how to explain. I'm
yeah.
trying to do my best here.
Yeah, no, it's an energy, and it's not dependent on how you feel. Love is deeper. I mean, if you say
Right.
I love you, then it's deep. It's not okay to because I mean, it's a thing. If people, a superficial love is like, oh, now today I love you, tomorrow I don't love you. Actually, it does not exist. When you love something, it's deep and
It's
it
yeah,
doesn't go away. I
right.
mean, even if the people leave your life, the love is still there. I mean, the people I love very much, they're still in my heart, and that's okay. I mean, they're not in my life anymore, but they're still in my heart, and that's okay because even if I think about it, I can remember that feeling and I can remember that love. And I cannot think about hating them or something, even that's, I mean, they're in your heart. That's it.
Right.
That's love. Love is not dependent on, yeah, on emotions from on the surface, but
Right.
it's a deep feeling. It's a deep feeling of connection, I think, for
Right.
me,
Like everybody
at least.
experiences emotions. And like you said, it's because, you feel good and then you feel bad and you feel happy and sad and whatever. But that's almost like I said, like it's an ebb and flow. They come in and out. It's like the sauce of life,
Yeah,
like you said, you can't, it's
yeah,
not, they're different than, I guess, energy.
yeah,
But the way we speak, we kind of loses that
yeah,
distinction between
yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's true. Emotion is yeah. In but uh, um, but emotions, okay, they are there and they need to be released and they need to be listened to. And they suppress emotions. No, it's not good to suppress your emotions. They need to come to the surface and to deal with. And it gives a lot of wisdom. Like Laurie, you were the most compassionate and wise woman from. I mean, you went through so much. So and you always transformed. So your emotions is like it's like a abundant sea of nourishing for us.
Yeah.
Like I mean, so people who through a lot have grown a big heart, a big compassion and empathy. So they're the best changers of life and of the people who can make the life and the world better are people who has been through a lot. Most of those people are the healers of life. The one who suffered most of them, the best healers too.
Well, I think
Literally.
too, like you were saying, like the people who don't work through those emotions and hold on to them, they're usually the ones that become like very negative or
Yeah.
angry and then the ones
And
that
bitter.
do work through those emotions, they understand what it was like and they don't want others to feel that way. So they're the more
Yeah.
compassionate and try to, yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, that was actually about love and expression. That's actually House 5. Actually,
You're on house five.
it was good. I mean, because it belongs to House 5. It's the deeper meanings. It's creativity. Yeah, people, if we can be, people can be creative when they have all the opportunities and they were nourished and cared and looked after and encouraged to become themselves. That is, and then love is automatically there. It's like it's innate. Anyhow, it can come to the surface when everything is safe and abundant, and
Right.
everything our qualities can come. Yeah. Okay. Unnecessary risk. Okay. And the moon. I was thinking about the moon. It's also yeah, they like with the moon in house 5 is also like gambling. Some people who are lucky with gambling with money, Las Vegas is like
Oh yeah,
gambling
lucky.
city.
House five is usually lucky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and with the moon in house 5, it's if it's good in harmony, then it's good for you. Okay, you buy a lottery, and you can buy a ticket, and you can win a lot of money. But if it's afflicted, then you might lose a lot of money. I mean, you take uncalculated risks, so it can bring a lot of yeah trouble then. But
Yes, we love
you're
Lori. She's the
yes, we love
best.
Lottie.
That
Sure,
we love
sure.
very much.
Yes, she's the best. Okay, no, yeah, no. But the emotions, I hope its emotions are okay. But just want to explain the different levels and why.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, and yes, a moon, insecure moon is in 5 is overreacting and is also a little low self-esteem. Is always looking for attention. Is always looking from. Also for people, moon is yeah related to um, yeah is yeah changing, always changing, and doesn't know so well how to is thinking then too much. If moon is insecure in 5, is thinking too much. What are other people thinking? What shall I do? And is this, is that? Always thinking what others might think about themselves is with the insecure moon. Okay. And the positive moon is like a high emotional intelligence. So that's house five. Later on, maybe people can ask questions, but then six I have now. Okay,
Okay.
house.
Yeah, I'm pulling it.
Okay, house six is good health, and sun in house six is good health. Is a good organizer. Is a self-made man or woman. They choose what they do in life. They have most of the time strong energy and good skills. Yeah, and house six is also the house of health. So there might be doctors are working in the healers. Could be also sun in house six. Could be
Yeah,
healing
and like
qualities.
I had down here strong constitution, like they're not
Yeah,
very
yeah.
yeah,
Don't get easily sick. Yeah,
they don't get easily sick, no. Or
yeah.
yeah.
They're very strong. Okay. If they have a conflicted, then they're more like let's see. Okay. Um, the in conflicting moon they want too much. And in Sun in house six is also a good with colleagues. In a way, can organize very well and know how to take charge when it needs to take charge. Know how to take initiative. But if it's a dominant Sun, then it's like okay, they over ruling the other colleagues. They are too much over, sometimes over sure of themselves, overestimating themselves could be also in, and doing not working so well as they think they work. They are concerning the health maybe too much hypochondric, because like okay, oh I think I have a little pain here, a little bit there, a little pain there, oh I think I have this, I have this, I have that, always, yeah, all too worried about their health. It could be with, when it's a negative sun, like taking too much importance about their own health. Insults are effective only where, yes, true. Insults only works when there is emotion. Yeah, that's true. When you're not emotional, somebody's trying to insult you, then okay, what are you talking about? But when you're very emotional, then it works. Okay, that's what do you else? Something else about the sun, Susan?
Huh?
Something else about the sun in six? We go to the moon.
Oh, no. I was moving on to the moon. I thought we were
Okay, to the moon, to the moon, to the moon. Let's go to the moon. Uh, um,
no, because
with
you
the
pretty much covered it. Because pretty much the negative side is kind of just being a hypochondriac.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
and, and with the
So
moon,
okay.
yeah, with the moon in six, you might have a job like in the caring sector. It's very emotional, intelligent, knows how to um, what to do and feels intuitively which solutions are there. Most of the time with Moon in Six, then you find a job related to your where you feel good in. It's more you take more focus on your emotions and your job. So you think, no, no, I have to feel really good, and with the Moon in Six, you really need to feel good in a job. And like for example, other planets gives another need, like if you yeah, with moon wants to be feel good and safe in a job, so most of the time it will take a job which gives easy
I was gonna say like caring for others, caring for
yes,
animals,
yeah,
something like a almost like a domestic job, even maybe waitressing or something, like caring for other people,
yeah, caring for
catering
other
to other
people,
people.
yeah,
Yeah.
catering, food, working, yeah, work, yeah, that's it. Working with public sometimes also, counseling could be also with moon, and acting actually also with moon in six. um, And negative, the moon is an opportunist. It doesn't, the moon is then too dependent on others, also again, and fear of rejection. And not knowing well how to do his job and always depending on others. Um,
I put dishonesty, like kind of
dishonesty
like
and
trying to, I guess,
yeah,
manipulate people to get their way.
yes, and then oversensitive, and they when they're sick, they're psychosomatic sickness. I mean, when they're sick, it's they think. I mean, I think about something. They can make them sick by thinking alone, by being over emotional. Yeah, they're manipulative too, and they take over. They sometimes they go take the credit which from others, which they didn't deserve, so they can brag with others' achievements. I read somewhere too.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, anyhow. But that's very negative. Most of the time, moon is, yeah, caring, nourishing, and yeah. And it depends, like in organizing, a sun is very good organized and in house six. So for daily life, because house six is how do you run your daily life? With the moon, it's dependent on the mood. Shall I do cleaning today or not?
Right.
And Sun would say, okay, no, I planned cleaning today. I'm going to clean whether I like it or not. It's more Sun. The Moon say, no, I don't feel like cleaning today. I will not clean, or something like that. It's more dependent on their mood. So that's about Moon and 6. Mhm. Victims could be also and then in combination with Neptune for sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but basically, even with the sun and the moon, it's house six is like health.
yeah, it's
Mm.
health. Yeah, with Moon Sun is heart problems. If you have a conflicted sun, you might have kind of sensitive on the heart. Heart could be very sensitive for um, yes, for um, might be not as strong, and also the back. The back, Leo is very sensitive with back problems. Yeah, and then with Moon is like breast problems, problems with digestion, problems with feed, with
Stomach.
diet, yeah,
Yeah.
and things
Stomach
like that.
problems.
Stomach problems, yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's okay. Good. Now we go to house 7.
Yeah.
House 7 is that's the partnership. And with Sun in house 7, you learn to know yourself much better with the partner. So a partner brings out the best of them. So through the partner, they become strong. That's with Sun in 7. And
But
they
also
need a
like
partner.
partnerships, I'm sorry, also like partnerships in like
Yeah,
business and work and things like that. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, they like to work together. They need to be fulfilled with someone else working together. Yeah, partnership is in business. They want to have a partner in business, and with relationships, you need with Sun in 7, you really like more. You need a partner for sure for yourself to be develop yourself to become more confident. Oh, she's gone. Pluto in six is not. I don't know if you have health problems, but that's not so easy, I think. But okay, we wait for Susan. A partner is necessary in life to know himself better. In with Sun in 7. They most of the time, they have good counselors. They have good insight in other people too. And if you have other planets, there we are again. Then yes, okay.
Okay. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, that's loud. Um, geez, I think it's
Take it out
so
then.
yeah. There's a thunderstorm
Oh,
happening.
really?
So
Ah,
I
okay.
might get kicked out here again.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Ah,
I think that's what's happening.
okay. Oh, here is super hot. I mean, it was a super hot day, but no rain. Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
my
I,
man
can you
Chris.
hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Why
My
is my
man,
voice so loud? Killing
oh,
me.
I think I speak loud. I think you're okay. Wow. Maybe we have
Okay.
wheels. Okay. I can see the comments later. I can answer some comments later because for me sometimes it's difficult to comment. But all those things that you're now bringing, we can answer later, and it comes back actually. Because now, if you have your chart with you, then you better concentrate on the sun and the moon, and later on we do the other planets. We love Earth cries all day. I don't say that men don't cry. So did you say that? No. um, but with
I
sun in the
think
moon
crying. Oh
is
my
good.
God, my loud.
No, but
Crying
four
is
planets in
so
Cancer.
loud.
Oh, no, no, it's
I was
okay.
just gonna say, I think crying is a good release. I think
Yes, good
people need
relief.
to cry sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. But with
I don't
planets, four
know.
planets in Cancer, I never cry. No, because you know how to express your emotions. If you know how to express yourself and your feelings, and Cancer is most of the time very good in it, then there is no reason to cry because they express themselves. But people who have difficulties to express themselves and they keep it in, after a while they stop crying because they feel hurt and they didn't know how to things like that. So it's not because you are a water sign you're crying more, not at all, because sometimes they know very much more better to deal emotions than other signs, than an air sign, than a fire sign. So the friends I have who is Cancer or Scorpio or Pisces, they're very good in dealing with emotions. And yeah, different, but they know, they feel very good. They know how to express their emotions. They learn it also. But anyhow, we are having our own conversation, she says. Okay, okay. Yeah, I think crying is cleansing. Okay. Seven. Okay. But Sun in seven, they want a commitment in relationship. They want to really, they want to go for life. If you have Sun in seven, and if it's imbalanced, then a Sun in seven wants to be. Uh, it's more like free. They want more freedom. They're always doubting: shall I go in commitment or shall I take time for myself? So they sometimes they have more superficial relationships. They go from one relationship to another because they don't know how to give them to commit towards someone else. And maybe you have too high expectations from the other partner. So that could be also with conflict sun in seven. And they uh, con- I have dry throat.
Yeah, I think we've
Uh,
been on here a long
yes, we are long. Oh,
time.
yeah, almost 2 hours, and we're just in
Oh my
seven. Yeah. Okay. Maybe. Okay.
voices.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. It's loud. No, you're not.
Can you hear me?
Yes, that's okay. You're not loud for us.
No, but I'm loud to make. Oh,
Okay. For me, you don't have to put them on. I can understand you anyhow, and the voice is clear.
that's every time I talk, I'm like, oh my God, it's in my head. Um, oh, I just gotta go grab the charger.
Ah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, okay, okay. Um, okay. Just wait. Okay. So I just talked a bit with Sun in seven. Okay, and Sun, yeah. If there is difficulties with the Sun, then it's difficult to have a commitment with someone else, or to go in commitment. Or there is not one takes. It's too egocentric. It's too doesn't. It's not considerate enough with others, and people. I mean, partner gets easily fed up because there's no. They don't take. There is no um, feeling from. How do you say? There is. Yeah, the son is only thinking about when the son is in conflict. It's only thinking about her or himself. So there is no relation or commitment towards the other. When it's negative, they're short-sighted. They want only fixed on their own needs and not and don't see the needs of the partner. That's with negative sun in seven. Okay, now the moon.
Yeah, you guys can hear me fine, but I'm blowing out my eardrums right now. I
Oh
don't know what
yeah.
happened. I can't get the volume on my phone to go down. It's all
Yeah,
right. I'll deal with it.
I
I'm
feel like I
ready.
just
I
got
can handle
blamed for
it.
something. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, I
Yeah, me
feel
and
like
Gerard are in a storm
no,
right
I
now.
don't know. I didn't say. Did I say something wrong? I feel like just got blamed for something. Gerard
Oh,
said,
I know.
I
I
don't
don't think
know.
so.
I don't think so. I don't think I was
No,
not. I, then
don't
I
pay
need to.
attention.
No. Let's
See?
okay. Let's go to the moon.
Ugh,
um.
all right, I'm doing one ear.
Okay.
I can't do it.
No, I'm talking in general. I'm not having persons in my mind. I'm just talking in generally what it could be. The moon in seven needs even more a partner than a sun in seven because the moon is emotional. They need to have an emotional fulfillment in partnership. They need their a positive moon has a rich sharing of emotions and feelings with the partner. So it can be very beautiful, and I feel a very deep soul connection most of the time. Moon in seven looks for a soul connection, and that gives them a deep fulfilling, deep contentment. Yeah, happy tears is also good. There's also, yeah, I mean, tears,
Um,
it's true, tears are not always because of being sad, but they can be happy tears also.
yeah,
And they,
I put it maybe well it marriage, but also maybe early marriage, partnerships,
yeah,
and social success.
yeah, it's like that. Yeah, I have that. And okay, and the moon is more easy. The positive side of the moon is they adjust easily to the partner. They know very well how to anticipate on a partner. They feel the partner. They know how to handle it. That's why cancer actually. I mean, if positive cancer, they're very good in relationships. They feel how their partner is, and they just adjust to them. If they're insecure, then of course then they're more needy, and then they they feel more insecure. But most of the time they have more compassion for the other. It's more like giving and taking with moon, more than more easy than sun. Sun is different. I mean, sun likes helps the other to shine. I mean, if sun in seven is, then you help the self-confidence, it boosts the self-confidence. If you have sun, the partner helps you to boost yourself to become more self-confident. And with the moon, you have more like the deep feeling of emotional satisfaction, feelings shared, a deep connection with the soul. That's more moon. Yeah, but then in conflict, moon is too needy and changeable in relationships and non-binding relations. Fear for rejection. It's more fear. It's more dependent. From what do you have the negative side of the moon, Susan?
Um, trouble and loss through relationships.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on
Just so
the
you know, I got a tornado warning. So if
yeah.
I disappear, that might be
Okay, it's
why.
okay. It's okay. Oh, we did now already this. We did 2 hours. I mean, if the people are okay, then we can go on. But if they're not okay, we can stop. I mean, it's just
Oh, it's been 2 hours.
mm,
No,
been two
I
hours.
just, oh my God, it's so loud
Let
all of a sudden.
I
Jesus.
don't hear anything from. We don't hear
No,
the
Grace,
storm.
Grace Henderson said it was too, but in my ear, it is so,
Wow.
yeah, I don't know why. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, I just want to give you a heads up if I disappear. A
Okay.
tornado took my house to Oz.
Okay. Okay. I think you can maybe say something about because we did now a lot from the first seven. I mean, the first six, seven houses. Maybe we stop here and we do next the others, and now we talk more freely. Like yeah, you were saying before. talking about some connections with history. Uh,
Oh, so I got the app,
Press the
or
down arrow.
can you hear me? I tried turning it down, won't go down. I don't know what happened. Let me see.
Oh, good. Doesn't feel like any time has
Yeah,
gone by. That's good.
I didn't touch it. It just, I clicked out, I clicked back in, and now it is extremely loud. See?
And
Am I
yeah,
talking?
yeah, I hear you, but you don't talk too loud for me. But if you, he said you have to push down
I don't know what's going on with my
the,
computer.
yeah.
Okay, just real quick, because I feel like I'm gonna be electrocuted.
Oh, no, okay.
I'm only kidding.
Oh, we did
Um,
just house seven.
yeah,
So,
so we're on
and
house
now
set.
we
I'm gonna
just,
write that down.
and now we open for questions because it's a lot actually. Now, I mean, I am not tired, but it's more maybe for digesting everything. Maybe we leave it open for questions and,
Oh, I just want to touch on 1776.
oh yeah,
So I've been trying to go back to the charts and look for like major historical.
yeah,
Why is it coming out like that? Major historical events that happened through history and alignments.
oh
So I
yes,
found this
yes.
interesting. Um, Saturn was it was Saturn, right? So Saturn was in Capricorn when King George III got incarnated or whatever. He became the king, and that was like
Yeah.
1760, 76, 1.
In
And then in
England,
1776, Pluto
yeah.
went into Capricorn and Saturn was in Libra.
Okay,
And I felt like that was like, so Saturn was Capricorn showing the reality of society. And then it
yeah,
went into Libra
yeah,
when Pluto went into the transformation of society in Capricorn, and
yeah.
Saturn was the reality balance scales. So that was
Yeah.
1760 to 1776. But it's
Wow.
always
Yeah, that's
Capricorn. It's always a
always
major
kept.
planet in Capricorn
Yeah.
when something major in society changes.
Yeah, it's true. Capricorn is a head sign. It's, I mean, like the four head signs is Capricorn is from, yeah, it's a head sign. So it has a dominating rule. All head signs has a dominating role in the chart, and it's Capricorn. And Capricorn is 10. It's actually the rulers in on the earth. It's Capricorn. And now they are the last 10 degrees are the dictators, and all the planets in Capricorn on the last 10 degrees from Capricorn. So the dictatorship is growing and growing till it
Right.
explodes. I hope it explodes because with square it will escalate and it will collapse. There's
Oh,
nothing.
and we can mention about that too. When that
What's Pluto?
explosion happened in Beirut on the
Hmm.
3rd,
Ah, yeah,
the which one was it? Jupiter?
yeah,
Yeah, Jupiter
yeah.
over to Mars.
Jupiter square Mars. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, and
Jupiter.
it's like I would knew that they were squaring soon. I actually thought it was Pluto, but I knew someone was making a square over to Mars, and then yeah,
Yeah,
something
yeah.
blew
That's
up.
explosion. Yeah. Mars is a small explosion. Jupiter and then Pluto is like. We should know the atom nuclear explosion.
An
It's
asteroid.
Pluto. Yeah, an asteroid. So I don't know when did explode the nuclear bomb on Hiroshima. When was it? Maybe we should could see that in.
Yeah, I could look up that chart.
That would be interesting to see what
Yeah,
happened
see
then
what happened
for
then.
Japan, and surely for Japan because then it must have been an invader who was, yeah, an invader could be Pluto in on yeah on moon in from outside invading in Japan. I don't know, but that would be interesting to see. And Okay. She asked something about Pluto in house 6 in retrograde. So that
Now, does retro make a difference?
yeah, retrograde is a difference. It's more related. If it's progressive, then it's more like it's outwardly more, and retrograde is some process inside yourself. So
Okay.
it's about balance. And Pluto could be, if concerning health, a good health. She must have maybe, or she might have had difficulties with her health issues. Pluto is could be cancer, could be is related to the intestines, so that might have been a difficult problem with for her intestines. I don't know. It could also be domination in work, in life, or not being able to organize your life, feeling incompetent. Like if Pluto can give you a lot of power, or just the opposite. If you don't know how to handle it, you don't know what to do. You feel overpowered. How do you call it in like overpowering? You see how they call it impotence. Yeah, it's always the relation between power and impotence. So oh, she had cancer. See, wow. See, always works astrology. She said she just confirmed that she had cancer.
Oh, wow.
See, so Pluto in 6. Yeah. So where Pluto is, it's interesting. We can do that later. It's a house which gives a lot of struggle.
Yeah.
Uh,
Um, so I was watching this thing about
mm,
like kind of what's going
moon.
on now, and they were saying how like Pluto is the one that digs for the truth. It'll dig as deep as it can go to find out the truth of what's
Yeah,
like really
it
doing
does.
on.
Yeah, yeah. It does
And
matter, Brad. It does. I mean, she says asking is the difference between general and individual. It does. It's a difference. Yeah.
yeah, and like right now, like we keep talking about different things being exposed and different truths come that um being revealed, and it's Pluto and Capricorn's like the social life and the social systems. So it's almost like it's digging down into the depths to find out what's really going on with our society in
Yeah.
order to reveal those truths and transform it.
Yeah, yeah, it's like that. And now, oh, I forgot what I wanted to say. There is mhm. Now the Capricorn is so strong. Capricorn is not a bad sign, and I'm just talking now a bit about it gets things done. Like Chris Christ said, Capricorn gets things done. If they want to, they reach to a goal. It's like the goat. The goat goes on a high mountain, on rock, on very difficult surface that jumps from one rock to another, very steep, and it will reach its goal. So that's the positive side of Capricorn. So Capricorn gets things done. They're very disciplined, can be very good. But now in this sign of dictators, they don't have the skills to rule. They abuse their power, this dictatorship. So that's different. So I'm not, yeah, because now everybody is thinking maybe, oh, Capricorn, Capricorn. Capricorn
Right.
is
No.
on itself not bad. But in
Well,
the 10th,
I'm sorry. I was just going to, Capricorn, like you said, is like ambitious, successful. It will come up with a plan and then execute that plan. And
yeah,
it's also very related to society and societal systems, societal structure, public life. So, like I was saying about fate and destiny, we know our society messed up, and the bad side it can be really cold.
yeah,
So, and right now with those planets, because Saturn's a malefic, and so you have those planets, like you said, at the higher 10 degrees, which is all about ruling and the coldness.
mhm,
So
yeah,
kind of like
and the
we're in this
coldness, yeah,
battle to restructure our society. And that's why it's kind of up to us in the collective to do what we can to to bring humanity you know,
Yeah,
and it's not even like us bringing humanity or right, um, letting making humanity rise higher. We do that by each doing ourselves individually.
yeah.
Like we don't
Yeah,
have to change anyone. We just have to change ourselves.
yes. Yeah, Capricorn, if it's positive, you have amazing self-discipline and amazing control over yourself, but not control over your others. Now, what dictators do, they control everybody else except themselves. They have no control over their own extreme desires, extreme yeah, greediness. That's they don't have control there. So how more or less you control have over yourself, how more you want control over others because you don't know how to control yourself. And Capricorn in balance is extremely disciplined, extremely strong, balanced, and knowing his skills and knowing what to do, and willing to do whatever it needs to achieve a positive outcome, but not at the cost of others, but by his own effort. That's a positive balance. But dictators do it otherwise. So they get exploit people, and they are overindulgent with themselves. What is Neptune retrograde Capricorn? Yeah.
That's my son. Sorry.
Okay, no, it's okay.
I know tornadoes come. We'll be all right.
Okay.
He's like, there's tornado coming.
Mhm. Neptune is yeah, Neptune is dissolving. It's falling apart. So if a medicine could be Neptune, but is there is something, yeah, a drug, Ali, a medicine or a pill is related to Neptune. If it's a good Neptune, then it dissolves the problem. But if it's negative, then it toxicates the problem. So if Neptune is in Capricorn, Capricorn is six, so it could be give you weak bones, or it can give you flexible bones. Like if because Capricorn is related to arthritis and stiff bones and
The knee.
stiffness. Yeah, and knees and hair. I have a strong I have Saturn and Pluto in trine. It's trine, but still, I my hair and my nails and skin is always a sensitive thing, even if it's trine. But okay, I can live with it. Maybe that's what trine.
That's the way. Yeah. Leo's always like, yeah, whatever, we'll be all right.
Okay, so yeah, uh, okay. And now we can ask if there's some more questions, so we can answer some questions. Okay, that will be interesting. What we have to say, because mhm. Oh, shall we go to the next part? That's still house 8, house 9, house 10, house 11, house 12. It's four more houses that I
You
need to
think we can do 'em? It's been 2 hours.
explore.
Think we can
Uh,
blow it out?
mhm. Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
So,
The rain seems to be okay rain, but
oh, it's
my sound, like even my voice, I'm hearing me all slurred. So I don't know
okay.
if you
I
clearly.
hear you okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, we hear you okay. Wow, it must be a strong storm.
Yeah.
Um, okay, what shall we do? Um, they don't say
Oh, and
anything.
don't
They're
forget,
talking.
Gerard's
Yeah.
probably somewhere in this storm too.
Yeah, okay, yeah. What does inverted sign mean? I don't know, inverted sign. Um, and is it between two a closed in sign? I think that means so. Like you have a house. So like my house 9, for example, my sign Leo is I think inverted. If I think if I understand what it means. So my house 9 starts in Cancer and it ends in Virgo. and
Sorry.
between is line, so it's like a little bit imprisoned. Uh, so that
Yeah,
I think
inverted.
is
You
inverted
like
sign. Yeah.
upside down.
Ah, in upside down. Oh, oh, inverted signs. Oh, oh yeah, now I know. Okay, I have something else. I think if, for example, if your Saturn is in Pisces and your Neptune is in Capricorn, then both they're receptive. That means Neptune belongs to Pisces and Saturn belongs to Capricorn, but they change from position, something like that.
Yeah, like Leo's sun and Aquarius moon. It would
Yeah,
be inverted. Oh no, that would be
yeah,
right.
that would be right. Leo, Sun in Aquarius and Uranus in Leo. That
Yeah,
would be, yeah, like that.
that
So
would
the
be it.
planets change from you have a lot of retrograde Sagittarius. So you have a lot of inside work to do. It's all within yourself, not related to the outside world.
No, that's dreamy, like dreamy spirituality.
Yeah. So, okay. My moon is backwards. That's not possible. The moon always goes. If the
The
moon
way it's
goes
supposed
backwards,
to.
then life is finished. That's not possible. If the moon always moves, and never is retrograde. Uh,
My moon
huh,
opens to the right instead of the
it's to
left.
the left. I don't know what it means. Okay, so I would, yeah,
I think people are getting silly now.
yeah. I know where in which sign is your moon? But because that I don't understand what you mean actually, what you are trying to say.
Yeah,
Moon
these
backward.
people are trying to change the tides and
Yeah, 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 yeah. Moon. Yeah, that. I was a glutton. I didn't even know it. Same food for demons. Hmm.
that's
I
kind
don't
of
know.
deep and
Yeah,
scary.
yeah. What did Saturn say to the Sun to be given rings? Hey, Uranus is smelly. What is- Saturn, the rings of Saturn are kind of protection, I think, for Saturn. That's why Saturn is introvert, I think. I mean, meaning, my moon is the only opposite facing. I'm not. Oh no, but that's something else. That's not backwards. That means, wow, then you have a very strong moon. If your moon is opposite the other planets, so like I don't know where, then um, then there is a strong connection and a strong influence from that moon with the signs which is opposite to. It's a strong dynamic. But I don't know. The moon is opposite which planet? No, not at
Yeah,
the stage. You have full moon. Full moon. You have new moon, full moon, quarter, three quarter. Um,
and crescent.
um, yeah, and
Because
crescent.
I mean I don't know much about it, but I know moon when I was born, my moon was a waxing crescent, and that's supposedly the end of an karmic cycle. See, my voice is messed up.
Well, I can hear
Um,
you.
but in my head, and I can't. In these things, I can't. But in the so it was at the end of the karmic cycle, which meant that I may have a lot to do with like past lives, karma in my life.
Mhm. That's the same
That's
with
what I
my
read.
moon. That's the same with my moon. Crescent is at the end of the moon or is the beginning? I forget. The
Well, there's
beginning.
waxing crescent. That was the beginning, and
Yeah,
waning crescent is the end.
yeah. And is it raining or waxing? Because
Mine's waning.
mine is also raining.
Oh
And
my God! We have the same moon too.
everything is same. Yeah,
We were
because
definitely twins. I'm not. Nobody could
totally.
change my mind.
No, surely, I have another story about that because I was in the womb and you were not there, and I thought I'm making a story up. I think maybe not. And oh my God, my sister is not with me. I want to get out. I want to get out. I don't want to go back. And I was born 2 months too early. It's
Oh
a lot, eh?
wow.
So
Yeah.
that's why I was getting out. But something in me determined. Okay, they said above, no, no, no. You have to stay now. You have to be. You have to bury your consequence from what you did. You stay alive now,
Right.
and your sister comes on time. So, oh
Yeah,
my
I was
God,
on time.
yeah,
But that's really weird.
it's
We're
really
like
weird.
the same time of day, same moon, same ascent, same
Yeah,
life path number.
yeah,
And now this wedding crescent,
yeah. It's
everything.
amazing.
That's crazy.
That's totally crazy. Yeah, it's yeah. What a
But it's
amazing. Yeah,
awesome.
see, yeah, it's you see astrology how it works, and it's like so much similarities. Okay, but yeah, we are you two are astrological twins. Yeah, she's Leo, I am Leo, and we have the same, almost the same chart, almost, almost, and especially the moon is exactly the same. So that is a very, 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 very rare thing. But that's it. But we
Yeah, it's
both
so
are, yeah,
weird.
yeah,
And we
we are
found
both.
each other.
Yeah, we find each other.
Yay!
So, yeah, again, in the other part of the continent.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Actually through Gerard's live stream, right?
Yes, yes, that's,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we owe him like a cake or something.
Yeah, true, something. Yeah, we knows, yeah, it's true. Like, you have to, okay, you should drink on that. Uh, wow, only one that's good. You have a very good birth and cross. So, no, no, I had a very, very difficult birth. So I hardly, yeah, I did survive, but my first, so I didn't want to come out, but then suddenly I said, no, no, because I want to go back, and they said, you own me. Okay, yeah. Anyhow,
A cake.
uh, a cake, a cake. I didn't want to come out. No, me neither. Probably. No, I wanted to come out, but then I thought, okay, I come out and I will die and I will go back. But then, no, no, no. They said you come out, but you stay alive. No, because first I came with my arm, and you can see I have a birthmark. At first I came with my arm, and then I was I was being born at home, but then it was so painful for my mother, and I mean, nobody was there, and the midwife was also in holiday. So my father had to bring my mother immediately to the hospital, otherwise she would die and I would die. And we went on a bad road, a very bumpy road to the hospital. You can imagine my mother in pain, and then bumping road to the hospital, and then yeah, and then of course they got me out with a, how do you call it, a tongue, something that pushed me
The
out.
forceps.
Yeah.
My yeah, my forceps too. He what he came so far and just wasn't coming no more.
Yeah, and then okay, and then I was born 2 months too early. No Rona, no, we have no Roma. It's nothing.
I'm not gonna inject it with lies and confusion. That's what Corona is.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Anyhow, so yeah, that was my birth. Very difficult birth. Anyhow. And I had a long time a difficult relationship with my mother also, but that stopped at my 30s. But before it was difficult because I give her pain. Probably they say if a difficult birth is giving, yeah, gives a lot of pain, and then maybe that's why we had no drop it.
Droplet
uh, okay,
sterile environment.
okay. So anyhow, that was the story. Um, yeah, I don't think, shall we go on with the houses or just talk a little bit because I think the houses, what do you think?
Um, it's up to you and Gerard.
I'm not tired, but the people might be tired.
Yeah, we've been here for 2.5 hours.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I know. And I'm like, okay, we're gonna do this, get it done. It's gonna be an hour, and a half. It's never.
No, it's always longer because
I
you can say
know.
so much. It can say so much. So,
I know.
okay.
And like I haven't even gotten to the hermetic yet, and I want to do more history. We're gonna be doing these
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah, yeah, we can go on forever, but it's astrology is eternal. I mean, it's never
Yeah.
boring. It's always interesting.
No, I mean in
Uh,
5 years we're still gonna be doing
yeah, for sure. Why in a rainstorm? August. Oh, yes, also
unless
in a
someone is talking
rainstorm.
about it.
Okay. I'm waiting for Sun in House 12. Oh, yeah. Okay. If we start, we can go on with the House 8. We start with House 8 and then we go Sun in House 12. It's very good. It's like the perfect evolution for spiritual evolution.
Do you want to just hold on, Frankie? Turn that down a little bit. Yeah, my kids will get restless.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
But
Yeah.
do you wanna try? And if we don't finish them, we can
Yeah, we
finish
can.
them next time.
Yeah, we can finish it next time. So let's go to House 8 and even still. I mean, House 8 is actually the house of crisis, the house of big money, the house of heritage, the house of, um, yes, like how do you call it in real estate, the house of psychological depth, of hidden skills. Um, yeah, and what else? Sexuality, passion, and power. So it's a transformation. It's a house of Pluto. It's a very, very, very complicated house. Um, and if you have the sun in that house, you might, I mean, have to do a lot with money. Maybe you are dealing with a lot of money and you have to evolve. I mean, what I read today was people with sun in house 8 many times are very materialistic and they have to evolve to more spiritual values of life. They deal with a lot of money. Bankers have sun in, yeah, bankers have most of the time sun in house 8 or in Taurus, for example. They're bankers because they take care of the money of other people. Um,
I put to they could have like luck and money through marriage,
yes,
like through partnerships.
yeah, 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 most of the time, yeah, they can be very wealthy too. Um, okay, that's it. They and concerning they're very passionate in love life and sexual life, and they have sometimes a very intuitive way of finding solutions. They're organized. If there are problems, they will take initiative of leadership to solve the problems. They're good managers in crisis situations, for example. With some, they're independent. They know how to handle a crisis with 8.
And
Um,
I put a sun in house uh like vitality, prolonged.
yeah, and then yeah, and in house 8, it's also with pressure and power, so they can. Or they can deal with pressure and they can overcome big difficulties, or they can't. And if they are the victim, they can go in criminality. They can go to the dark side of life because it's the underworld is also related to house 8.
Yeah, the
Uh,
darker side.
the dark side and everything what can happen there, money, greed, criminality, manipulations, like for example the leaders in the dark world, or then the leaders of the mafia, there could be a conflicted sun in 8. So and she has a moon in 8. That's our moon. We have a moon in 8 also. We come back to that.
Yeah.
I don't know, Brett, you asked in the beginning which house is my son in. You need to know your rising sign, your ascendant, and if then I can know what house, well, where,
Yeah.
in which,
Everyone that might have interests or questions or knowing things, there's Astro.com and Astrology Cafe, and I'm sure there's other ones. All you have to do is put in your name, your birthday, your birth time, and where you were born, and it'll come right up. And then you can bring it next time and then answer the question. Am I talking clearly? I
it could
sound
be.
like I have a foot in my mouth, in my head, in my earphones. This is crazy.
No, you think, it's
Yeah,
clearly.
it has to be storm. But I feel like I'm all like, so it sounds like in my ear.
No, it's not like that. It doesn't sound like that. We're okay. So, um, really, Riley, or how you call Riley Nichols, you have a lot of planets in retrograde, so it needs a lot of inside work. It's like what's happening, your struggles and your demons inside of you. It's not like outside of you. You have to overcome. Um, in eight, so Uranus in eight gives. Uh, yeah, that's I cannot. How can I explain retrograde in eight? I'm not so. You have totally different values. I mean, Uranus and eight have really totally different values as the others. It's also and luck or unluck with money, different financial changes. Like suddenly, my sister, she has that, and uh, she has actually luck with money. She has Uranus in eight, and then suddenly she gets big money from someone or through delayed paying from her work or through taxes. So she is lucky. That could be, but she has totally different values, totally, and it always in fight with the values of other people. I don't know how is that with you. So like, if your values are so different, you might have um, kind of a conflict situation with with other people. And my sister is always in conflict because she has such different values which other people don't understand, but she doesn't know how to express them in a way that other people have an understanding or with it, or can understand why she has those values. She just um, spews them out, and then we have to agree
Deal
with
with them.
her. But that doesn't work like that. So yeah, www.astro.com. That's the thing. That's the best. That's a good site. So yeah, okay. And then what else we have? Okay, that and then the moon. The moon, yeah, and the sun in eight is also a good psychologist, therapist, and can dig deep to the root of the problems. Whatever your interest in, can dig deep. Like if it's with society, then you find the root of the problems of society. If it's with relationships, then you find the root of the problems of relationships. And it works intuitively and with intuition. So it's more working with feeling and a gut feeling, like I have to go that way. Whatever your topic is, it is. So if you have a good feeling with money, then it could be with Sun in eight because they have the gut feeling. Okay, now it's time to invest in this or invest in that, that will make much money. But now anyhow, that system will be destroyed soon, so money is not such of importance. But anyhow, they can be very inventive and feel like the long ahead. Okay, society is going that way. I'm already going to change so that I am prepared for times to come. Could be also with house eight. And with moon, can you tell about the moon, Susan, in eight? What do you have?
Um, I had gained through public affairs and
Yeah.
finance. This is and finance, business, and marriage.
Yeah, also.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of that is that like inheritance, or I
yeah, yeah,
guess marrying wealthy,
yeah,
marrying into something wealthy. Oh my
yeah.
God, my voice.
It's good, and you have moon also in eight. I have also moon in eight, but I had one. My best partner was quite wealthy actually, but he was a good partner. He was also deep, but he was wealthy. He had everything: a house, a safety. He was an artist, and he did well. So, but I let it go. So,
I was
but
just about to say, what the hell were you thinking?
yeah, what was I thinking? So stupid. And yeah, but he's the only one who every with all my birthdays he sent me a card. All my birthdays.
Oh,
So
that's
long. It's after
sweet.
sweet all the time. And he called me also. All the time. Anyhow. But that's it's my mistake. It's my karma probably. I have to fix that next life. But anyhow, he was wealthy, that's true. Um and
And
yeah.
an artist, a wealthy artist. What were you saying?
Yeah, and he was a good artist. He was a successful artist, and not a creepy artist, but he was a really good one.
Creepy artist.
No, I don't like extreme, like extreme. No, perfect. No, 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 no. It has to be art, and it has to be for me still art. Otherwise, if I can't see, I can like abstract art of figurative, but not too much. I mean, it has to be. But he was a good painter. He could do both. He was, and he still
Oh,
does.
did Gerard leave? Bye-bye. I don't know.
Oh,
Oh,
bye bye.
no,
Oh, bye
I
bye money. Yeah,
don't
bye bye money. Yeah, bye bye money. Money is go. Money is going
know.
away. Any. Yeah. Um. So.
His power is going.
Ah.
Yeah,
Oh. His power is gone. Okay.
yeah. We should
You
let him
can't.
go.
He's out of power. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But. Okay. Um. mhm.
Where we at?
And with moon in it could be also give intense dreams. Moon in eight. Intense dreams. Um. Deep feelings. Um, yeah, yeah, and also very sensitive for others people's needs. And we have both in Booming Eight, so I can feel, but I mean, I sometimes I anticipate of others without I even ask something because I feel that. I don't know if you feel that, but
Yeah,
I have to learn to say actually no, they didn't ask me. I should not do it or something. Sometimes,
yeah.
uh,
No,
so
like example at work, I know they want me to say later, like help, and I don't want to, but I feel it, and I'll be like, oh,
yeah.
I can stay a little longer, and I don't want to, so I
Yeah,
shouldn't
it's the same
offer.
with me. I have, yeah, saying no is still a difficulty for me. I mean, I think, okay, then I think, okay, it's easy done. Let's just do it and then I'm done with it. So, anyhow, sometimes, but it's a thing if we have to find balance in that. Sometimes it's a good quality, like if you feel like, okay, she really needs something, she doesn't express it, then it's a good balance because you help somebody else to, yeah, to it will bring some comfort, but on the other hand it's like okay, I have to set I have to
Boundaries.
the boundaries, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
know it's hard because when you're able to pick up on other people's feelings. I mean, I guess the negative people can use it to manipulate others,
yeah,
but for me, it's like, oh, I gotta help them. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
for me too.
It's not always my response.
Hmm.
Uh,
That's
this down. It's
yeah,
not always my responsibility. And then it's like I give it to myself
hmm,
when
yeah,
you got to take care of yourself first.
yeah,
Oh my God, this voice! It
yeah.
it literally sounds like I'm like blah, blah, blah. It
No,
sounds
that's
like in my ear.
we don't hear it like that. We don't hear it like that.
Okay.
No. Yeah, but with moon in eight, you feel like it can also family problems. With moon in eight, I feel like obliged to help. And then
Yeah.
it's still, but then it's also related to my Neptune. That's too much. But anyhow, that makes it more difficult. But that's yeah, yeah. It's like I dissolve. Okay, okay. Like I say, no, I'm not. I'm saying no, I'm not going to do it this time. I'm not going to do it this time, and I end up doing it.
Every
That's
time.
yeah, always.
I know there's
And yeah,
some
and they
people like
know that.
you're
They
people
know.
please.
Yeah,
You're
people know that. Yeah,
go ahead.
yeah. People know that, so they know. Yeah, let's ask Christine. She will say yes, and then they know that. So
Yeah.
and I think, okay, I have to move. I have to go to another place and make more boundaries so they don't. But it's just, yeah, actually, yeah,
My
I should,
family does all the time.
yeah,
It's always like, oh, she'll do it. It's like, come on, give me a break.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, it's true. Then no, and then okay, can I use also with things? Can I use your car? So there are five cars standing here. Why always my car? Why don't you ask somebody else? Always, and I go, and then they take my car, and I say, "Where's my car?" Oh, she took it. She thought you didn't go away. So she doesn't have to think that she has to ask me. But I think, and then later on say, "You use my car." Oh yeah, I'm okay. I said, but I should be
Right.
really getting angry, but I'm not good in getting angry. So I
I'm
should.
not good at getting angry either. I
Ah,
I saw this thing where it was my toxic trait is to let it build up and then just have little fits of anger over the smallest thing
yeah, yeah.
because I don't like anger and I'm not good at it.
Yeah, no, it's me too. Again, I'm not good in being angry. And okay, but your voice, oh. But I think um, now we're house. Okay, only three houses. We can do quick, and then we should stop
All
because
right.
yeah.
Yeah. Before
So
me and Gerard end up in a cyclone.
yeah. Oh, I'm not good in. Okay, I'm not getting in getting. Never mind. Yeah,
Good
I'm not
idea.
good in getting. Um, okay, house nine. House nine, that's I'm great at anger. That's good because then people listen to you. You have to be able to be angry without getting out of control.
Right.
And I'm just getting frustrated because people just keep on doing what they want to do, and it's like ah.
Well,
So I know.
I love this show called American Gods, and there's an African god, Anansi, and he's talking to like the
Okay,
slaves on the slave ship. Am I still
yeah,
here?
yeah, no,
Okay.
yeah,
And at some point, he goes, "This guy gets it. This guy's getting angry. Anger gets shit done."
yeah,
And I love that quote because anger does get it done, but
yeah,
it's not like rage anger.
yeah.
It's
No,
like
it's like yeah. Okay,
like now, this
yeah.
is
It's
enough.
enough.
I've had
Yeah,
enough. We're gonna get together and do something about it. You know what I mean?
yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's good. That's a good use of anger. It's the energy and
Mm-hmm.
use it constructive. Yeah. Okay, I have to learn that still. Then we go in house nine. That's actually our son is in house nine. Uh, and that is like a great deal, great ideals, great visions, seekers, open-minded, university
Self-reliant.
also. Yes. And what else? Philosophical, yeah, philosoph. Yes, see, how do you speak it in English? Philosophy and wisdom. Um, yeah,
Seeker of knowledge.
seeker of knowledge,
Yeah.
and then trying to find, seeking the meaning of life. It's it, and also foreign countries. Most of the time, they can be great travelers. Um, yeah,
Emperor energy.
emperor card because they have great vision. Actually, the rulers, traditional, should have a big house nine because they need to have a lot of wisdom. They need to being able to understand the people, um, and they need to be able to rule with wisdom. So, but we have no rulers like that nowadays. Oh yeah, and good aesthetics, good morals, good. That's all with yeah, moon with sun in eight, and then love for other cultures. So, and love for traveling. I mean, that's about it.
Yeah. Foreign countries, faithful, sincere, um,
Yeah,
open-minded.
yeah. And then we have the if it's negative, it's more like very fanatic. So your belief is the only good belief, and your religion is the only good religion if you have a religion. And you can end up in a kind of cult of kind of sectarian group or something. And with Moon in Nine, you have a very strong affection for some culture. So you can really feel drawn to a kind of a country or kind of continent or kind of yeah, that's more like affect by yes, yes, that's true, Jonathan. It's really neat. You really like to um, yeah,
A love for
uh,
traveling.
yes, yeah.
Did
And you
you hear
always
that
want.
thunder?
Yes, I hear that. Was like, what I like, was this
Yeah.
was like a devil. It looked like, oh,
I was like, oh my God,
oh my
it
God.
came through the microwave.
Yeah, wow, that's amazing. So, and also, you always wanting to discover new horizons. It's with moon. It's even more than the sun. The sun can have only the knowledge and doesn't always need to travel there. But moon, I have my moon is ruler of nine. I think your moon is also ruler of nine. So also you feel like going there. You need to go. You're really drawn to some places and you go there. That's especially me because I feel drawn to a places and I have to go there. It's at the end of the world. I will go there. And then people say, "Oh, Christine, why don't you travel just close by? Why don't you go to your neighbor country? Why always you go so far to other continents?" Say because it's an urge in me that wants to discover that country. It's not like almost not a choice. It's like I'm driven to that country and I'm going there. Then, so
Yeah. That's
that's
like,
the way.
I mean, I really have to go to Egypt and see the
Yeah.
Temple Karnak and all that. But for some reason, Machu Picchu has to be the first one. And I don't even
Okay.
know much about the Mayans, but it just, that place calls to me. Like I have to go there. Like I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
there's something there for me.
Yeah, and most of the time it is. Most of the time you find kind of great knowledge which helps you in your growth. Actually, house nine is your growing experience in life. You grow from one level to a higher level. Yeah, that's actually nine. And self realization is also a little bit related to house nine. So that was the moon. And you feel with the moon in nine, you have most of the good moon have really nice dreams, also premonition dreams. You dream about others. I mean, I dream sometimes about what's happening to other people more than I dream about myself. So actually, now I should ask other people now dream about me, so I know a little bit more about myself. But anyhow, that doesn't
I
happen.
just real quick, I also put high ideals.
Yeah, high ideals is very important. Yeah. And you're feeling guided in life. With the moon in nine, it's like you're feeling guided in life. It's this, yeah. Mhm. When it's an afflicted moon, it's like you're too changeable. Then you go. It's like spiritual shopping. Like you go, then you follow that spiritual trend, and then the other one, and then the other one, and the other one. So many things you change from one change to another thing without going in the depth. That could be
Right.
with the moon, with the
And then you
afflicted
don't
moon.
have no sense of your own belief system
Yeah.
because you're switching from one thing to the next.
Yeah. You don't go in yourself. You go outwardly. Too much outwardly. Okay, I think that's enough for the for. Now we go to house 10, and house 10 is with Sun in house 10. You might be possible to achieve great success in a career. You have most of the time a good position, a social position in life.
Yeah.
Maybe you're, yeah,
Authority. I put
yes,
down authority. Yeah.
yes, authority and recognition. You strive for, yeah, recognition and authority.
We got
And
you. We understand.
okay,
Don't
and
worry.
yeah, and yeah, leading qualities. Most of the time in a job, you have a leading position. You're responsible, and you are dignified, and you have a good self-esteem. So you're most of the time successful with a good son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you usually hold, I think you already said it, but like a favorable position, like almost
Yeah.
like a position of power.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if it's positive, then you use it well. Negative, you're more looking for fame and for like admiration from others instead of being um, loved because of your qualities. But they're more like they want to be praised and admired and worshipped. Vanity. They're easily irritable and they're overbearing. They could be little dictators because they're
Yeah.
bossy more. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, like love of power and
Yeah.
pride, but pride
Yes.
in like a negative way.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. And with the moon in 10, you most likely work with public and you work or with a lot of people. You could be a teacher. You could be, yeah, other, uh, a publisher. You and you could be popular. I probably you are more also charismatic and popular, so people like you. You have kind of know-how towards interact in to know how to interact with your colleagues or your people around you and your work sphere. So you're like the one who's taking care. You don't forget the birthdays of other persons on your job. That's with the moon in 10, and you're actually a little bit a secretary, could be the moon in 10. Like the sun in 10 is the boss, and the moon in 10 is secretary because she
Secretary.
sees, yeah, she sees, okay, my boss needs a drink, I'll go to get some water. Oh, my boss needs that letter. So she knows how to anticipate in what the other needs, the caring position. And yes, could be good mothers, most of them also very good mothers, and they are very attached to their job with moon in 10. So there are people on their job is like family for them. So they're the people who invite their people from their job at home for a coffee, for a cookie. They mixed family and career a little bit together. So, and
I was gonna say they
that's,
could travel too for work.
yes, yeah, okay. And so and with moon, yeah, you people, you attract easily followers. So like people, yeah, kind of, kind of that things. Negative, it's more like you want to please others. You want to please others for their admiration, not because of their qualities, because you will indulge in others. You're at the cost of actually the job you're doing. So you will, okay, I like that person. I will do everything because I like it. I want to work with her or with him. And then you actually you could have the tendency to neglect your own job, your own work. um, that is because you're dependent. You make yourself dependent on your colleagues and on the confirmation or the recognition from your colleagues. Um, Mood intent can also be more changing in jobs, like changeable, different jobs, different all the time. So that's what I have put moon. Do you have something else in 10? A moon in 10?
No.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
No, you
Okay.
did yeah, no.
Okay.
Okay.
Now we have leaders. Yeah, House Elf. House Elf is friendship and groups. And
Oh,
friendships,
House Elves. I love
yeah,
that.
the House of the Elf. Yeah, House Elf. their friendship. So there are people with Sun in House 11. You have probably a prominent position in your friend's environment. So maybe you organize a lot of activities. You're the one who says, "Oh, come, let's do a party. Let's do this. Let's do that." You're the one who's coming up with ideas and
Yeah, I
organizing
put
things.
lofty ambitions and desires,
Yeah,
like lofty
yeah,
aspirations, I guess.
yeah. Also, yeah. And when it's also House 11 is also commitment to groups or organizations. So you could be the head of a charitable organization. You could be working for kind of group, and you take responsibility there. You take the leadership there, and it could be also could be also related to politics of
Yeah,
House 11.
I put like uh like I guess like politician,
Yeah,
dignitaries, foreign ambassadors, those kind of people, those
yes,
kind of jobs.
yeah. And okay, and so that's one side, and the other side of the sun negative is more like you're kind of bossy. You want to be the one who is in charge all the time. You're are determined in the direction which something a group goes. You have less consideration for others, so you're more dominant. The dominant person in a group is like always the one who brings kind of conflict in the group if the sun is in conflict. So like always overruling others, not being able to take consideration with all the other people. You're
Because
still
like
and
ambition is good,
yeah,
but ambition at the expense of others
yeah,
is the
is
bad side.
is the bad side, yes. And you're selective, you're choosable, like, okay, I like this person, I don't like that person. So you actually give favors to the one you like and you disfavor the one you don't like. While you're not able to have a neutral position to take a leadership for whole the group. So that's negative. Mhm. With the moon in house elf, you're more like the one who takes care of the needs of the group. Like you will make sure they have food. You will say, okay, let's go. We're hungry. There's a nice restaurant in the neighborhood. Let's go eat there. Or you brought something. You're the one who probably brings cookie to a meeting if you come together. Or you anyhow, and you see and you're worried about the people who are in trouble, you will go to them, you will talk to them, or you will ask people, how is she doing? It's like the one who takes care of the emotional yeah,
Yeah.
needs
I was
of the
gonna say
group.
large circle of friends.
Yes,
Have a lot of acquaintances.
yeah,
I'm
and yeah,
still
you're
hearing myself like this is crazy. I'm mentally dealing with me talking, but in my ear it sounds like
yeah, you
terrible.
have to be so focused. That's funny.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
really messed up. The sound's really messed up. I don't know why. I mean, you guys said it
okay.
was okay, so I trust
Yeah, we
that you're
hear
not
you.
having me on
Yeah,
here like
no, I
no.
hear you clearly. We hear you
Okay.
clearly. Yeah. And also you're the nourishing and yeah, the one who's taking care of everything. You can adjust easily. You're open for different kind of friends. You say, okay, she's okay, he's okay, or she's totally different. Doesn't mind. I know how to deal with it. That's with Moon in 11. The negative moon is changeable, changes a lot from friends, and is moody, is irritated, is restless, don't know very much what it wants, don't know, doesn't feel good here, doesn't feel good there, has strong
Yeah.
sympathies, strong antipathies, is always not reliable, not to be
Yeah.
trusted.
We'll
Yeah,
change friends like
yeah,
no loyalty. Yes.
yeah. No loyalty, no. Whatever is. when it gets difficult, they run away. Anyhow, okay, then we have the last house.
We
Um,
made it.
we made it, yeah,
I didn't get blown away yet.
yeah. At the Sun in 12, and house 12 is the house of spirituality, of your evolution of humankind, of the big house where we were looking for freedom from our material life, our worldly problems. We want to get totally united with the divine bliss, divine love. That's
The
actually,
higher consciousness.
yeah, the higher
Yeah, what we
consciousness.
talk about. Yep.
Yes, and the people with Sun in House 12 have very good feeling for those seeking um, scripts, symbolic language, history, all that is meant to give us more understanding about spirituality. Like Jung has had his son in House 12. He understood a lot of life and the connections and the symbols. That's typical for, and through that way, you going more and more towards the ultimate goal is like total union with the divine, actually. Um, Negative is more like if you're at the lower level, it's like you feel isolated, you feel in prison. You could be in prison, you could be lifelong enduring chronic diseases with sun in, so you're weak, you have a really very weak health system, and that makes you like bringing more time in hospitals than in your home. Could be also sun in 12, and you feel and also you could be like having very difficult problems with yourself. You like schizophrenia, not knowing what is the difference between the
I was
reality
gonna
and
say, in a positive, they can have almost like, I guess, like psychic tendencies,
yes,
like literally mentally picking up on things, and
yeah,
then in the negative, they could have mental health issues.
yeah, yeah, that's yeah negative too. And then with the moon in 12, it's like one is very sensitive for everything around him. He has very extremely good contact with nature, feels every plant, every animal, the sun, the stars, and feels in connection with it, understands what it's saying.
Love
Is
for the mystical, the
yes,
unseen, the
yeah,
natural.
yeah. Um, yeah. Is the one who's longing for, also longing for a big union, but that's with everything in House 12. It's a mystic, it's transcendent experiences, also deep dreams, probably. Um, if he's the moon is afflicted, then he has a very deep emotional problems. Doesn't know how to solve them. Problems that could be related to the mother, could be related to lives before, which gives them sometimes emotions which he doesn't understand, has no control over emotion.
No
Okay,
stability.
no stability, and immature. If, okay, I
Worry.
think yes, very intoxication with drugs could be also the result. Totally, yeah, totally out of, yeah, um, out
Like
of the
no
reality.
no standing ground, no
Yeah, no
center
standing
at
ground.
all.
Yeah, like the man with the grizzly bear who was eaten. He was. That's one he was not in reality, because in his fantasy these bears were his friends. He couldn't, and he went in the wrong time because it was in fall time. I saw that movie too. And in
Yeah.
fall time they have not so much food, the bears, so they're all the time looking for food. So they're all really hungry. And he was, yeah, he was
And he
like,
was like, "Hey, remember me?" And they were like,
yeah.
"Yeah."
Yeah, we remember you, but now we have no time for you. We're hungry, so now you're becoming our meal. Yeah, because he was totally not. That's like, for example, Someone who has in his head he has a big affection for the animals, but he doesn't see the reality, and
Mm,
he got lost in his fantasy. And it could, but you, if like if a Native American would have seen that, he could have understand. Okay, we cannot disturb the bears because they're in a really mood. They don't want to be disturbed. They would go away. But he could also feel, I'm not a problem now. I can stand, go nearby. That's when you're in tune with the animal. But he was not really in tune. He thought
no,
it was
more
only in his head,
delusion.
delusion, and that's dangerous. And that's with Moon. I think could happen with Moon in 12. So imaginary fantasy, lost in fantasy. So that's like everything. Yeah, everything. All houses. We did all houses
Yeah,
shortly.
and we
With all
made
the
it.
and we
Wow.
made it, and we did a
Yeah, we're gonna
long
have to
talk.
figure something out. It's getting long.
It is really long, my gosh. Wow, you all went through it.
But
Thanks.
people had a lot of questions this time too.
Yes, we
So
can. Yeah, next time maybe we do a question. Maybe next time before we go to other topics, we do some
we'll do
questions.
questions. Yeah, and if we have time,
Question
we'll go to
session.
a topic. And if not, we'll just
Yeah,
do the questions.
yeah,
Yeah. Christ, where, okay. I live the mystical, unseen life. So I read something that said, to believe in the unseen is to live in
yeah.
reality. Did I say that right? It's still
Yeah, yeah,
messed
yeah.
up.
That's good. No, it's you said it right. No, no, it is good. You can. I mean, if you have a good feeling connection, you don't see a house 12. It's energies we don't see. We experience it, but you have to know which balance it makes with you. If it's if you're in tune, everything works out. The magic is placed. So everything what you need is falling in front of you. You can all the universes will be laid on your feet. It's like the goddess says, if you're totally in tune with the spiritual, with the creator, you get all universes laid before your feet.
Yeah.
So that's something symbolic.
Because
And then,
sometimes I swear, like, I feel things or see things, and I'm like, everybody's gonna think I'm crazy, but I know I did,
yeah,
and it's not like just whenever. It's when I'm really calm and in a peaceful place. It's not, you know, but like, yeah, sometimes I'll just like see something
yeah.
fly by and I'm like, did that really happen? Did I really see that?
No, but yeah, you see other realities. You'll be
Yeah,
able to
I'm
see.
not crazy.
No, no, because especially when you can go very deep in silence of it, totally, you pick up easily signs because you get all the messages you need to know. It's actually, I mean, it's good, but then you have to be extremely in the center. I mean, you can also be out of your center and you can see realities of realms which are quite dangerous. You
Right,
have the dark realities, you have the positive, but out of your center, you could be lost in them. Like shamanism and healing practices, they belong to House 12. They travel in there to other realities. So they
right,
take some drugs, but they know how to come back. They've mastered it.
right.
But if you think, okay, I'm gonna take some I mean, strong
Psychedelic.
yeah, psychedelics, you might be catapulted somewhere in a reality you don't
Come
know how to
back.
come back.
Yeah,
And then, how do you say, then you have to do soul retrieving. And Native Americans do that if somebody is lost, so he is not anymore with them. But I mean, his body is there, but not the soul. They can do that. They can bring your soul back. Some shamans.
yeah.
Uh, Thank you. Uh, don't worry what people think. People have souls. Okay.
Because even I question myself, like, did I just see something fly by me?
Okay. Anyhow, that's it. Okay. So yeah, Christ has her son in 12, so she is already busy with spirituality from a young
Yeah.
age. So
Now I had to go
amazing.
through a lot of the pain to get there.
Yeah, for me
I didn't
too.
have
For
the
me too.
ease for her.
Yeah, I'm not born with son, but we are seekers. We were
Yeah.
seekers anyhow from beginning, but not born with it. So now I think we did enough. I mean, it's 3 hours. I think people must be
Yeah.
bored with us now. So
Yeah.
you want?
And like,
Okay.
I'm in a hurricane. Gerard lost power, and we still
Again?
pulled through.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
So
it did. I think it was in the comment. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So we can go out now. So I think we
And
did
it's
enough.
tomorrow morning and you're here, right?
Yeah, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay. So
Okay,
it's
Gerard.
late enough. So please
Sorry, I feel like it
take
took
us.
up all your time. I gotta learn this. He's gotta
Yes.
teach me.
Yeah, he can play with us. He has his what is it? His moon or his sun in it. He can play.
He's an Aries.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
playful.
Yeah.
Okay,
Say
bye
bye bye. Bye
bye.
bye.
See you next time.
Thanks for your patience.